Man, look at all these people so excited for something that's probably not going to happen. Already doing the thing that you shouldn't do. Which is get excited. You should never get excited, not around here. Don't you understand? That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Imagine getting excited. Ugh. Oh well. What's going on? Hello, and welcome. Welcome to day 6 of the PTO week. Would have been day 7. Well, yeah, it would have been day 7 if I took an extra day off. But I didn't. I've been awake for a while. Not for a while. A little while. I had some steak and rice, and it was pretty good, and I loved it, and I don't know, I'm fueled up and ready to go. You know what? We should have that one song play. Yeah, one song play. Hold up. This'll get us good. This'll get us this'll get the room energy initiated. While I swap over to the other thing.
That's why, because I'm the king of that hatred against me. I own it.
Oh
I
man.
become a fucking powerful person when I feel motivated from people telling me that I suck and I can't do something. I wouldn't fucking be here if it weren't otherwise. In the Street Fighter community, I never would have won a tournament. In a fucking anything I ever did in my life, I never would have done anything. I am successful because of that ownership. All right?
I'm the king of hate. I own it.
Cause I speak truth. I am the king of hate. Cause I'm pure facts. I am the king of hate. Watch me in the booth. Yeah, look. I came from the bottom, no slots in my pockets. In other words, fuck luck, I never really got it. I never really got shit, I always had to rock shit. Now you know why
oh
the
man,
so high in the
this
mix.
song.
Yeah, I was told to stop by the chosen lot who wanna hold my cock, but wanna talk a lot. Yeah, that's why the fire is so high and defies the sky. When it comes out my eyes, it's on a block of lyrics on a board on a stanza. Repeat the heat on the beat and then master. I ain't got time, you hiding the haters. When you grow nuts, come find me, see why I rise above you gamers. I'm a beast that don't cease, no peace treaty. Get a piece of treat by eating your fucking lawns. When you try to battle me, rap battle the fiend that survived the fucking streets. I came back a prodigy. I lived pain and failure, but it made me angry and gave me energy to incinerate the paper. Now overdose on reality, I can be at pharmacy. It's hard to see a young Indiana rapper going hard as me. I took the expectation of me failing and changed it. Failed
This shit. This shit's so cringe.
Cause every motherfucker seems to have something to say.
Man.
I am the king of hate. 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 Cause I speak truth. I am the king of hate. Cause I'm pure facts. I am the king of hate. Watch me in the booth. Yeah, look. Yeah. This ain't just a game I'm playing, it's war. Took the reins of faith and gave it to my storm. Cause the lightning's lighting up the light bulb. In my dome I'm liable like Edison to turn it back on. My jeans were filled with dreams, nothing else. So I gotta grind cause time equals wealth. You motherfuckers wanna play me, save it. Cause my gaming is hotter than Satan's toilet after eating a habanero. I am the king of hate. 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 Cause I speak truth. I am the king of hate. Cause I'm pure facts. I am the king of hate. Watch me in the booth.
And imagine not knowing that this song existed. It's been out forever. He used to use it on his fucking King of Hate, I don't know, the weird Hate Lives or something. But yeah, that used to be a thing. Imagine not knowing that that song existed, and it's existed forever. Like, it's actually existed forever, and not knowing it. What is it? It's like DSP King of Hate song. It's literally existed forever. It's been
That's
on a
why I'm-
troll channel too. He even posted up RAP to the King of Hate moniker, dudes. Cat is crying downstairs. If you can't tell that this was a troll song, if you can't tell anything was real, then you're like DSP, you're basically gullible. Ah, man. Imagine that. But it was a thing. It was a thing for a while. Okay. Hello, welcome to the thing. Some of you know, some of you don't know. I gotta fill in some folks. What do we want that? 110%? I feel like that, yeah, 110% is the correct size. But yeah, so some of you may know, some of you don't know. I guess I have to fill in some folks. For those of you who may be restreaming this, I will be touching on some slightly spicy topics. By spicy topics, I mean words that you don't want to hear on Twitch, or else you might get like a little robot lady or individual type deal saying, hey, you can't do that, and we're gonna slap you on the wrist, or maybe even worse. So I'm warning you right now, I am gonna play some things, and if I play those things and they get audible, you need to understand I've already pre-warned you. I've already warned you, dude. I've already warned you. Okay, that's out of the way. How many minutes are we into this now? Are we in the safety mode now? I think we are. We are at like over 5 minutes at this point, basically. So this is the part where I can start talking about shit. All right, so here's the shit we're gonna start talking about, which for those of you who don't know, not that one. We're off to a great start. I already don't even have the right fucking tab open. And I still don't have it open. What the hell is it? Is it here? Okay, it is here. Jesus. Okay, from now on, rule of thumb, always have the first thing that you want on the left. So, today, or rather last night, I don't know, it was at 1:31 a.m. There was a particular person that was putting out a tweet, and the tweet effectively said, Phil got a strike tonight with more to come. Now, I don't know who is specifically doing this. I don't even know who this person is. I don't know if he's the one who's submitting it. I don't know if anybody's submitting it, but somebody's submitting it. But I don't think it's going through the normal method of, you know, being actually reviewed. I think it's going through Twitter, at least from the looks of it. So, you're probably asking yourself, and what fucking video was this that got claimed? As you can see on the title here, it's Yakuza 5 playthrough part 66. Keeping the creeps happy. Now, if you try and go to this link, it's dead. It's dead, Jim. The video has been removed for violating YouTube's policy on hate speech. Learn more about combating hate speech in your country. Learn more here. So there you go. You can't even see the video. But according to this, and him tagging Poem's Future and anything and everything else, looks like this is possibly going to be a thing. Now, I'm going to preface this by going back in time, slowly going back in time, because we have a lot to talk about. As the title suggests, we're talking about how a guy who pretended to be a clown for 13 years is now having to face clown world. I don't even want to call it justice, because it's injustice, but it's just facing the clown world. Clowns facing clown world, or yeah, clowns facing clowniness in clown world. Maybe that's the best way to say it, but it's ridiculous. So let's begin with this. I have been saying for the longest time that DSP is in a precarious position because he has over 60,000 fucking thousand videos to his fucking name. If you ever look up DSP Gaming and you look up how many videos he has 61, almost 62,000 videos. The problem with having 62,000 videos and be a content creator for 13 plus years is as you progress and as the fucking march of time goes forward, eventually something you said in the past is going to be used against you. Yes, I know, shocker, right? But this is something that I've been warning about, something that he should take care of because he's been kind of, you know, poking at the wrong people, and it could potentially come back to bite him. Now, I don't like that idea. Personally, I don't like that idea. It's ridiculous. It's actually fucking ridiculous. because I don't like the idea of censorship. There's so many channels that I like that have went away because of weird shit like this, and I don't like it. But I'm still gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh if it ends up happening to him. I think it's gonna be unfair, but I'm still gonna fucking laugh because I like fucking laughing at dumb shit, and this is pretty much dumb shit. There's nothing I can do against it. Yeah, I miss dildo faggins too. I do too. Okay, that being said, let's go on and we'll reverse course by a few hours, like within the last 48 hours. And I want to go over a specific quote. A quote that prefaced this whole how I titled this, because I thought it was like really ironic the way he said all this shit. And you'll understand when I play this clip. Like it'll make more sense.
So let's see here. Ferris to me $1.50 says you got comments like this, things you were claiming to be the best overall gamer in the country back then. You were judged as a hardcore gamer because that's what you told people you were. First of all, you actually took that seriously? Really? You took that seriously? I mean, I swear to God, some people didn't understand the shtick back then. They just didn't. They didn't get it. They didn't get that, like, the whole point was for me to just be a silly guy having fun with games. I wasn't aspiring to be an expert at anything. Yes, Street Fighter was my competitive game. That was it. Outside of that, I didn't care if I was good at Metal Gear or Call of Duty or any of that shit. It was me just fucking around, trying to have a silly, fun time with games. And when the game is way more difficult and frustrating like this because it's different than the other action-based games I played, I would fail, I would blame the game. This was like very commonplace. You understand? In my content. For some reason, it wasn't until I played this game that people all of a sudden, oh my God, he said he was so good at games, he's one of the best gamers in the country. Listen. Here's the problem with the internet, all right? Really, is that some people can understand sarcasm or a running joke and some don't. Those who understood the joke liked me. Why do you think I was popular 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12? It wasn't until a video like this came out, that This Is How You Don't Play Serious, that basically people were like, oh, well, Phil's serious, and therefore let's expose him for not being good. It's like, but wait, you didn't get the joke. You really didn't get it, did you? And it's okay to make fun of my shortcomings because you know what? There was a ton of them. That was kind of the point. But some people just didn't get it. And then they turned it into an entire toxic movement against me. Oh, Phil doesn't deserve anything because he's a bad gamer and he insults everything and everyone around him. It's like, that was the joke, man. How do you not get it? I just, I
want you to understand that for a second. As this guy is trying to psychically read his chat, understanding what he just admitted just now, he's basically said for the last 13 plus years, he has been playing a character. It was all just jokey jokes. It didn't really matter. None of this mattered. It was all for funsies. It was all for funsies. Now, I know he's relating specifically to the gameplay, but not quite, because he also admits that everything about him, all the shtick, all the jokes that he made, everything was part of the character. That's why I'm letting it play as long as I am. So I'm gonna let it finish up really quick. I think that was it.
I don't know. So anyway, that being said,
oh, okay. That is actually the end of it, because I don't think he says anything past that. Let me look at my cheat sheet really quick. Let's see. The taking me seriously. Oh yeah, that's right. We got to look at the rap, by the way. You know what? We'll look at the rap afterwards. It'll be okay. Oh, yo. Okay, wait. Where's this one pick up on? It picks up after the fact. I want to look at this other part, which is pretty good. This one is the part where he continues to say that it was all part of the shtick.
Not my fault. I love it.
not my fault. If I had a better sense of humor back then, I totally would have made this style of video. Like today, I feel like I could go back and look at my old self and I could make my own This Is How You Don't Plays about me. The problem is the shtick is dead. You know what I mean? Like, people beat This Is How You Don't Play to death, and there's a few people who still do them. Like I said, like The Outsider still makes them actively and gets pretty decent views on them. But outside of him, there's not that many more people who still do it and get any kind of attention for it. So if I were to try to jump on it this late, like, what the fuck's the point, right? But if I had jumped on it back then and actually like self-defecated myself or self-depreciated myself, self-defecated. If I'd shat all over myself, that's disgusting. No, what's the word? There's a word for it when you make fun of yourself. If I'd done that back then, this could have all been for me. This could have been my positivity, making fun of myself, and everyone could have laughed. Instead, I got pissed off because I was stupid and ignorant, and I was upset about losing income. I really was. I was so upset about losing income because unlike today, where I'm reliant on crowdfunding, back then it was views on videos. And I was like, damn, everyone who downloaded my videos, made these montages without my permission, stole money out of my pocket because those views are mine. That was my mentality back then. Self-deprecation, not defecation. Defecation. Thank you.
Defecation?
Forget it. Let's continue.
Okay, so that was one of the other funny moments that came out of this whole react to this how you don't play, which was DSP talking about how he self-pooped himself. Which, I mean, it's not wrong. He did, he did self-poop himself a couple of times, but not, it's to the degree of things that he said and did. And the last little bit right here.
Finish this off. See what else I have to say.
And the gameplay isn't anything too complex. Like, let's be honest. Any of the first-person shooting controls completely suck ass. And I'm not faulting the game by any...
I disagree with myself here now. Now having played more Metal Gear games, the gameplay doesn't suck ass. The gameplay is its own world. When you step into the world of Metal Gear Solid, you're playing Metal Gear Solid and nothing else. You can't even say what other game is like Metal Gear Solid, right? Maybe you could argue Splinter Cell over the years tried to emulate it, but Metal Gear Solid was its own entity of stealth, espionage, action. You have to immerse yourself in that world. You have to learn how to play. If you ignore the mechanics in the game that they're trying to explain to you, you will fail. If you try to run and gun, you will fail. You have to use the things given to you to succeed. And is it simplistic? As this person says in the comment, it is, but it also is interesting in the way that things are implemented at certain times of the game, right? And like I said, is it simplistic? Yes, but it's artistic as well as simplistic. And if you care and you put effort in, you'll learn and you'll succeed and you'll be entertained. My problem was, at this point in my career here, I didn't care about that. I want to play a game. I just want to beat it within a set period of time. I want to get it done, and I want to get the playthrough out, and I want to move on to the next. That was my shtick. It wasn't the guy who masters the game and puts tons of time and effort to learn it. It was the guy who just gets through it and is on to the next right away. So for me, this kind of game at this point in my YouTube history didn't really fit the formula of content that I was putting out.
Now you're probably wondering why I'm not stopping this. I'm continuing to let this go because I want him to continue talking about how he didn't care back then and he built up this character that it didn't really matter, none of this mattered, and he's changed. He's changed and he's a different person now.
And again, like I said, the weird part about it was this was not the only time this had happened. There were many other games and playthroughs where this happened. This was the only time where I guess the fan base struck back. They were like, how dare you do this playthrough and be disrespectful to what this game and Kojima, because it's good. And you're saying it's bad constantly, and you're wrong. You need to actually put effort in. I wasn't about putting effort into learning shit back then. I was just about being funny and putting out gameplay. There wasn't high effort gameplay. It just was never the intention back then. You know what I mean? Let's see here what people have to say in the chat. Ross Hardy says Splinter Cell is more of a non-lethal stealth game compared to Metal Gear Solid, although later Splinter Cell is more action-based with a bit of stealth thrown in. Wolf says, when did you drop that shtick? Was it a definitive point in time or did it drop off over time? It was definitely dropping off over time, but I will tell you, it was when I became an interactive live streamer. When I realized I could be entertaining being myself with you guys rather than having to put off this persona of constantly having to be funny and excuses and jokes. Also, you'll notice the sexualized humor pretty much almost completely gone. Right? The racial humor almost completely gone. This is all shit I used to do back then constantly, and it's been removed from my content because that's not
Give him enough rope.
Really
Give him enough
where
rope.
I am anymore. I've changed and evolved over the years, and when I became interactive with you guys on stream over the last 5+ years, I realized that's not necessary anymore. I could be a better person and a better creator that puts out more meaningful content than that lowbrow shit. I don't want to put out lowbrow shit like that anymore. Okay? And that doesn't mean that every once in a while we can't do a silly joke about something or whatever. You know, a lot of people say, oh, he uses potty humor a lot. Yeah, because it's a little funny to throw in a little joke like that every once in a while, be risque and over the top and extreme. But, you know, it doesn't mean that I have to constantly be doing it at all times, which is literally what I did back then. It was at all times either a complaint, an insult, sexual, racial, always something extreme to get noticed. And I don't do that shit anymore. Crunchiest Onion tipped me $1.50.
Okay, that's all I needed. That I just needed to preface all of that so we can keep going back in time. We're gonna keep going back in time, and we're gonna keep going back in time because I love going back in time.
Anyway, I promise no one from our family.
Love going back in time, guys.
Wow, a complete lie. What an asshole.
That's far enough.
I'm Sheriff Romero. I guess you must be Vince. Best if we make this quick.
All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling her right off for profits.
It was literally last month.
You know how much I loved you, right?
Literally last month.
All the way to the moon.
That's right. You get scared, you just look up at the sky and remember that, okay?
Okay.
Put the kid in the vehicle. Stay with her.
That's right, she's too valuable to escape. She's worth lots of money. Corrupt, crooked cop.
I have to, Pumpkin.
Keep going back in time.
And the soundtrack's outstanding. La la la. La la la. Look out, there's a black woman coming. Ah! She takes them both out. Boom! Steals the backpack and runs away. Oh. John Smith and Molly. I like how idiots immediately have to turn my silly joke that has absolutely nothing to do with race into something racial because they're dumb fuck idiots. It was observational comedy. There was an actual black woman who was about to walk into them on the street, and then I made a joke about someone robbing their shit. It had nothing to do with the color of her skin. Look out, there's a black woman coming. Ah! 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 If you think that, fuck off, you stupid racist piece of shit who would actually make that connection. You're an asshole. Seriously, like, go fuck yourself. Okay, let's continue.
Thank you, Shinko, for this. It's still relevant today. This was last year, by the way. The last clip we watched was last month. This was last year. We can keep going backwards in time. I like going backwards in time. We're not even going to go where he presumably said the N-word. We're not even going to do that. We're just going to look at times and where he's been really weird during his streaming career.
Sister. Why there's so
Remember,
many
he
of her
changed.
sister? Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. There's too many of her sister. That's it? Okay, I got enough room now. Too many of her sister. Pout, smile, or smolder? What the fuck? Pout. What is going on in this game?
I'm not even going to use the N-word moment to even make this point.
What?
I'm going to take this all with just the stuff he's actually factually said as a joke. And he thought was funny. Not even slip-ups.
I really don't know what's going on anymore. I'm just gonna keep playing it. I don't understand this game. I don't really know what we're doing or what's going on. I feel like I'm high or something. I don't know. Not even pick anything.
No. Would you go to the police if we let you go?
If you didn't think I would, you would have no reason to keep me here.
If I let you go, Becky and Vivek would think I'd lost my mind.
It would be best I remained there.
You're so weird. Why are you only speaking to me and not the others?
Why do you think that makes me?
Because you're black. I only talk to. I don't trust those two white kids. Those kids creep me out. I mean, that's the only commonality I could think of. Why else would he only talk to her? I have no idea. You think that? Fuck off, you stupid racist piece of shit who would actually make that connection. You're an asshole.
I want you to think about this. I'm just going to keep going backwards in time. It's gonna get spicier from here. So Ludwig, if you're watching, just know it's just gonna keep getting spicier. And again, I'm going to do everything that was just related as a joke. No accidental N-word. None of it. None of it. No accidental N-word. We're just gonna keep going with him believing that this is a fun jokey joke, which is fine. Oh yeah, this is the thing that I wanted to show. And this is the thing I want to show. It was on this page, damn it. Okay, I was looking up some words. So let's keep having some fun during some live streams.
右手は義手です。
Oh,
作法なのは
it's
ご容赦。
prosthetic. There you go.
数年前に失ってから
Remember, no
寒
sexual
くなる
humor,
と
right?
痛みます。不思議なもので。
I lost it in the cooch of a 10 yen hooker.
うずいて鎮痛剤も効きません。四六時中痛みを我慢するだけ
She
で
had a
す。
vag like a steel trap.
でも痛みを顔に出すのは
Remember, no clowning around. This one was a good one.
Yeah, Spartan Hesper says all ball shots. Well, I was shooting a chick, so unless it was you know, a tranny or something. Didn't look like that person had balls, I'm just saying.
Remember, not during live streams, right?
It's you guys. Let me get the other 4 billionaires. One of them looks like a tranny. Who the hell are you? I guess you don't know them. Allow me to introduce you. We are the 5 billionaires. Yes. One of them looks like Japanese Urkel. Japanese David Bowie. Japanese, trying to think of a blonde guy with comb back hair. I don't know. And Japanese tranny. Unless that's not supposed to be a tranny. It's supposed to actually be a roided chick. I have no idea.
Are you, There goes my chance. I was so close to snagging myself a little boy toy. Ah, he's a she. It's a chick with a dick. It's a tranny. Captain Winky's tucked in between those cheeks. I guess you feel...
ただ収録の後で疲れたやろ。ちょっと気分転換してくるとええわ。僕は先
We
に
gotta
事
go
務所
find
に
the
戻ってるから
tranny now. Train with the tranny.
ありがとうございます。じゃあまた事務所で。
Yeah, we want to go train with the tranny.
Okay, I was about to say, I think that was
Sounds-
the end of that clip.
Great. Yeah, Yoko's training, see? That's what we're gonna do? No, that's the office. What'd they say? Where's the...
Okay, that was the end of that one. Oh yeah. Okay, this one's probably going to be a little rougher for you, Ludwig, if you're listening right now. So just absorb this.
Oh, see?
revenge.
See, now, here you
Wait,
go.
wait.
Bambi!
You sucker.
This is just him in his old days, but reviewing his old days.
Fucking shit.
You thermal sniping fag, that's it.
Oh,
I want
see?
revenge.
See, now, here you go. There's stuff back then that I would say that I would never say today, you know, over 9 years ago. It was a different time. It was a different era. Back then...
Oh, this
alright,
is great. This is a great
the
segue.
things that I would say...
I like this.
A lot of the time were for shock value on YouTube, you know?
This is
or it was more
great.
casual, too. Like, to say something like that off the cuff, alright, would be like nothing. And no one would say anything. Today, if I were to say that kind of stuff... Number one, I would feel bad because I'm much older and more mature, 9 years older. There's no way I would be saying stupid shit like that. It's so dumb. And number two, people would be complaining like crazy, reporting the videos and do, you know what I mean? Like back then, that was just something common. When I grew up, and this is being honest, when I grew up in Connecticut, saying stuff like that was very common. It wasn't even seen as like, oh, you're saying that as an insult to homosexuals. It was just like that was a generic insult. You know what I mean?
You know what's great about this? I had a nice clip I got to follow up. That's like actually one of the best clips in terms of like ridiculousness that came out of this, which was this one. If you're not familiar with this clip, this one gets even spicier. And it's great too because it's also relevant because it was his recent history. And this is also the reason why we don't get drink streams anymore.
The thing is, no one cares about YouTube at all anymore. They only watch the same like top guys. That's it. People just don't give a fuck about YouTube anymore. If you want to watch, you know, someone enjoy a game and have fun and be entertaining, you watch them on
Super
Twitch.
classic.
You don't watch them on YouTube anymore, right? YouTube is more about drama and bullshit. I want to watch a drama vlog. Then you go on YouTube. I want to watch some faggot and assault some homo.
You go on YouTube. I want to watch some guy throw around all kinds of insulting slurs constantly. Well, you go to YouTube. You want to watch actual gamers play games? You go to fucking Twitch.
You could tell he was a few in, and he was having a good time, an extra good time.
And by the way, when I said those two,
And he catches
oh my
himself.
god, he said faggot and homo. Obviously, I'm not prejudiced against homosexuals at all. I'm trying to say that's what you would do. That's the kind of people who go to YouTube. And just, oh, fuck.
The people that would go to YouTube would watch that? What did that even mean? Oh, I'm not prejudiced. I'm just saying the people who would want that would go to YouTube. What would they want, Phil? I don't know. Inebriated Phil doesn't even know what he was trying to rebuttal there.
Those are the kind of people on YouTube. Those I want JAMA. I want to tell you. That's what I mean.
Oh, that's what he means. That's why he said that. Pretty good.
You can't say those words on Twitch. Well, I was not actually... Well, all right, I said them. But I wasn't saying that's something I would say on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to
He
make a
said
point.
it on Twitch.
That's the shit you see on YouTube constantly.
Wait. I wouldn't say that on Twitch, as he was on Twitch at the time saying it, and he said it twice. Oh, god damn. Man, he was really sauced up.
I apologize on my hands and knees that I said those words.
Look at his apology.
I was saying that's what you see, kind of shit you see on YouTube constantly.
Look at his apology.
Okay, there, I apologized.
Oh, look at that.
Now I gotta
Hey,
do
he's
that.
really sorry. You know how sorry he was? This video was age restricted. That's how sorry he was. It was so negative, he literally got age restricted. That's how fucking sorry he was. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know. Some people would even say base. But there you go. That's me going back in time. Basically showcasing that this dude has had a history of just on stream. I'm not even going to play him saying the N-word. Because you know what? In reality, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he accidentally said the N-words multiple times. We're just going to go that. Because the argument and the thing that got taken down was basically DSP saying some really spicy shit and him actually meaning it. Like him actually clearly saying it and like saying this was a purposeful thing. It was part of the joke. It was part of the shtick. It was all the shtick. We've been doing a character for 13 years. You know what the best part about all of this was? When he was doing that dumbass fucking marathon. When he was in that marathon mode, he had asked a question. He had asked folks, how many people today were actual fans and have been watching him at least over 6 years or less than 6 years? And look at what the majority of people voted. Look at that. How long have you been a fan of DSP? Out of 249 votes, longer than 6 and less than 6. So that's pretty good. This is basically saying that, hey, you know what? Your actual people, they're actually the people who've been around for a minute. Which, I don't know, maybe they understand that this is all a jokey joke. And it could be a jokey joke, we don't know. But, you know, that could be a troll too. We actually just don't know. We actually really don't know. So why am I doing all this? Why am I saying all this? Why am I fucking covering any of this? This is because the whole premise of his video being taken down, that one fucking video being taken down, was all because of it being for hateful slurs. Just literally hateful slurs. That's it. That's all it was. So we potentially have some shenanigans today. I'm not saying he can't stream, because obviously he can stream. He has a stream coming up. So presumably this is going to happen, because if he didn't have the ability to stream, that would go away. I should know, because I used to have a stream that was ready to go, and when I got a strike, that shit went away. So he should be able to stream. It will happen. So don't even worry about that. Don't worry your pretty little heads. But if we got to believe this guy, apparently more is supposed to be coming, which I don't know if you want to believe it or not. I don't fucking care. I'm not I am not going to promote people to do this. I'm just saying that there is a wealth of fucking information out there. We actually have a fucking a search engine that just goes through all of the transcripts of everything he's ever said ever. And he has a plethora of videos. Those are just a select few. Because there's a lot of moments, there's a lot of jokes. And if the targeted word that this dude's picking up on is about a troon, well, guess what? DSP has made fun of that like multiple times throughout the entire fucking career. Another thing I kind of wanted to look over was the hateful truth. I don't know why, but looking at young Phil back during the early days, back during the young hateful days, back when we were just a hateful 86. We wanted to record the hateful truth. Hey, look at this. It's about Bayonetta. That's pretty cool. I went ahead and went to the DSP archive because I like going to the DSP archive. Don't call him Toad Phil. He's just a strapping young lad. He didn't know any better. He was still learning and growing, dude. Come on. Yeah, he was a young 29, 30-year-old. He was a thick boy. Yeah, he could look at this. That dude's neck is like, he's got a thick neck on that boy. But look at him. Oh man, he looks so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. He was ready to take on the world. Let's see. I want to hear this review.
What's up, everyone? DSP here, and it's 2010. Thank God. We got some downtime before the next major releases come out this month of January, so it's time for another Hateful Truth. And it is football season, so I decided to kind of dig into my closet, and I actually found one of my old jerseys, the actual custom Dark Side Phil jerseys that I had made.
Yo, he even shows us the back of his head back then. Holy shit. This guy was out of control back then. And he looks so much more, I don't know, intact. Those last 10 years have done a number to this cranium.
That I had made.
Oh man!
When I used to be a seriously competitive Street Fighter player, I used to wear the jersey around, and people would basically see me with this on at a tournament and say, "Who the fuck is that asshole wearing his name on his jersey? What a dick!" But yeah, so I decided to drag it out. It's totally not supporting any team. It's generic. There's no team logos on there, just so that I don't offend anyone. But anyway. What we're going to talk about today is the first game that I officially did a playthrough for in 2010.
I'm going to let you guys listen to this. Let me use the bathroom real quick.
Interesting because when I first played the demo of this game a couple months ago, it was right before all the major fourth quarter releases were about to come out, and I actually got a lot of negative feedback regarding the gameplay of the demo. But when the game actually came out, I did buy it. I jumped right in. It's an interesting combination of a bunch of different things that you might not expect, and it actually has an interesting Japanese culture kind of twist to it. If you don't know what game I'm talking about yet, obviously it's my first playthrough of the year, Bayonetta. So let's dive right in. It's 2010. I'm excited. It's the first episode of The Hateful Truth, Bayonetta.
Remember when he did editing? Holy crap. Edited intro and everything? Created exclusively? Holy shit.
Well, Bayonetta is a pretty original game, but as you get through it, you kind of realize, gee, this could lead to some pretty weird misunderstandings if I were to...
You know what's really great? You can tell it's music in his background because I don't have music currently playing on mine. He had music in his background shit. Imagine that.
Tell my friends what the hell I was doing right now. Take a look at what I mean. Hey Phil, what you playing over there? Just some game. Just came out. Well, what's it about? Well, I play a scantily clad, double D breasted witch who's fighting off all the legions of angels that come down to Earth. And they all have baby faces and high-pitched voices, and you fight gigantic monster bosses with huge tentacle dicks that you have to sever in order to kill them, and beat them into a bloody pulp until they look like large, hovering, bleeding red testicles.
I wonder if this was a joke back then. It could have been a joke. I have to assume that this was when the era of jokey Phil started. I just don't know when it ended. He never really clarifies when it really truly ended, because he says, well, it's when he started live streaming, but I mean, what is he doing today? Blowing bubbles and like dangling fish hooks for people? Because that was a thing, right? That was a thing. I like this guy. He seems funny. You know what? He does seem more fun than current side Phil. He seems like you could sit on the couch and watch him play a game. I don't know.
Did you get drunk and wander into the hentai collection again? No, I'm playing Bayonetta. Duh. Oh, duh, Bayonetta, of course. You see what I mean? Try explaining that one without a proper frame of reference. But, overall, the game starts out as an interesting kind of
actual
fighter,
skit.
brawler.
I didn't know we did
a
these.
Very, strong comparison to Devil May Cry, and that's what everyone said when they saw the demo and when they saw the footages came. Oh, it's just Devil May Cry. It's a copy of Devil May Cry. Well, the bottom line is that actually the guy who was the guy behind
this was a skit, and it was sort of thought out. It had a point. He got the point across. There was like a little joke, and like people could kind of laugh at it. This was planned out and kind of semi-thoughtful Phil with some editing behind it. I don't even know if he did the editing. But I mean, if he was doing the editing, this is pretty good for what, like 2010? Because I mean, he was at least doing something. He was trying. This was DSP when he was trying. But when he got that money, when he got those easy paychecks where he didn't have to do jack shit, he stopped trying. That shit just went out the window. And it's never came back. And his persona, it was applied early and then it just never went away either. It said edited by Phil Burnell at the start. See? This is like, yeah, this is basically store brand AVGN, but you can see there's a little bit of charm to this. A little bit of charm. Yeah, you might hate the little bald bastard now, but back then, at least, he had something going for him. He felt like he was kind of original. But does this even look, it's hard to tell. Is he like playing the same character he's playing today? He seems like he's a lot more mellow out. Like today we get drunk side Phil, who always seems like he's hopped up on something. Here it's like, yeah, he just looks like he's, he's a little special. He's a special needs boy.
behind Devil May Cry actually went to Sega and developed this game as well. So obviously there's going to draw some parallels in the gameplay. And as you play this game, you're going to find that it's kind of like Devil May Cry. It's kind of like some other beat-em-ups, but there's a lot of original things that really make it an interesting take on the whole beat-em-up genre.
The combat in Bayonetta is both simple and complex, and let me explain what I mean when I say that. The game's button layout is pretty much the same as any other beat-em-up. I mean, you got your standard punch button, your kick button, you've got a button that can jump. You actually have a shoot button, which basically means whatever weapon you have in your hand at the time, which is usually a gun, you're going to shoot with that gun, which is the edited cool. voice. You can interrupt any combo with a gunshot.
We never get this voice anymore.
You can always just run away and keep shooting, even though it does little damage to most enemies. Now, as you progress on in the game, you're going to unlock different weapons.
This is just him normal talking voice. This is great in terms of what we have today.
Musical discs, they look like CDs, and you can get them either by killing bosses, or you can get them by defeating larger enemies, or you can also just find pieces of these discs littered around the world, hidden, in walls and things like that. And they unlock different weapons such as a whip, a katana blade. Later on you get some claws, and then there are other weapons which even I didn't unlock because they were hidden and I didn't spend too much time running around looking for them. But depending on what weapon you have, the attack combinations and the combos can get pretty varied, and just like any other beat 'em up.
Absolutely,
you can
right.
Press punch a couple times.
He was an asshole, but he was fairly transparent.
You maybe delay the button presses.
You either hated him, you either liked him or hated him. It was no in between.
The weapons is when you really start to let loose and see how many different variations, combinations, and attacks there are. And some attacks will stun your enemies. Some attacks will knock them back. Some are good from close range and do more damage. Some are good for far away. And there's a lot of variety in the
no snorts, no throat clears either.
Now, one of the cool things about this is the dodge button, and the dodge button can be used at any time, even in the middle of a combo, which is pretty innovative for a game like this. If you time your dodge perfectly, you go into what's called witch time, which is basically a slow motion scene where you're moving standard speed, but because you dodge at the very last second whatever your opponent was doing, you can now have a free reign to do a full combo on them while they move in slow motion. And this is pretty much how you beat a lot of the harder enemies in the game, a lot of the bosses. And because of the witch time, you're able to build up magic ability, which also let you pull off some pretty spectacular torture attacks. Now, torture attacks are pretty
It
crazy.
sounded like he just
Basically,
attacked his
Bayonetta
mic,
just
too.
pulls shit out of her ass. I mean, I saw her pull out a guillotine and chop someone's head off. She pulled out a giant wheel and just ran it over them with someone with spikes. I mean, there's
It's
just
hard
some
to tell when
crazy
the story
stuff here,
began because
and
they
a
were.
lot
It
of
was
different
there
ways
in the
that Bayonetta
beginning.
tortures her
It
opponents.
just wasn't
And
as
then in addition to
aggressive.
that, there's also larger finishing attacks where when you're fighting a boss or you're fighting a larger enemy, you basically finish them off by having your outfit come off your body, turn into some kind of a creature, and either devour them or rip them limb from limb. So there's a lot to the gameplay. There's a lot to the combat in this game. The more you play, the more variety of the combat you're going to find, and you're going to get addicted to it just like I did and want to keep playing more and more.
Well, that was pretty good. I just wanted to showcase a couple of things. The main highlights, the main points I was trying to make is, here is early Phil, who, we started with, here's Phil saying that he's been playing a character for years. You didn't get the joke. The joke was that he's actually terrible at games. He rushes through everything, and he's not a professional. He just said it just to make himself look good, and that all the jokes he's been making, the sexualized humor, the racism and everything, those are all jokes. Just jokes over the years. Then we went on to a little field trip of just excerpts of him making just jokes, anywhere from last month to in the last 10 years. So it's really, really cool. And he doesn't really seem remorseful when he's caught actually saying something that he really shouldn't have said. Case in point, that one specific clip with the holiday gaming marathon, which I think this is going to be an easy thing. I let's be honest. This particular video is an easy video for it to get potentially hit because it's already hit with a fucking restriction. All somebody has to do is just manually review it, and they'll say, yeah, no, even with that weird half-ass apology in the manual review, if you understand sarcasm, DSP was not really apologizing. So there you go. Again, I'm not telling people to do this, but whoever's doing this, they already have some easy targets out there. So there you go. We're looking forward to DSP starting up his pre-stream. I don't think he's made a tweet yet. In fact, I don't think he's acknowledged any of this. Let me see here really quick. Of course, we can't look at everything because, DSP. Oh yeah, there was one more clip I didn't finish. Ludwig, turn your ears away for just a second. It was another joke, but it was in 2018. And this is like semi-recent too, and I forgot to play this.
Let's still get a closer look at you. So basically say that's a tranny. It's supposed to be a tranny.
There you go. It was during one of his favorite games. I forgot he made that joke. That was pretty good. Okay, spiciness should be over. We don't have to worry about the spiciness for a bit. Hold on, let me clear my throat. Okay. So let's take a look. Let me refresh the tweets here really quick. So I think we need to talk about Saints Row today on the podcast. Yeah, you know what? I'm not surprised, actually. I don't know why he was trying to drum up playing Saints Row, because it was always looking like it was going to be a fucking shit show. And now it's going to be a shit show now more than ever. Thank you, Bez Doomy, for sending me that clip. I did not need that clip, because I know, even though he's saying it specifically, I wanted to make a point during the time in which he was a live streamer, what he was specifically saying. I wanted to get it where it was completely in context. The context was DSP swears up and down that ever since he has become a live streamer, he's changed. But in reality, he hasn't changed. He's never really changed. We don't ever fucking change for anything. Let's take a look at this really quick. This is probably what came into his front desk. Here are the reviews for Saints Row. The early reviews have come in. We have Game Informer with an 8.5, Press Start with a 7, PC Games and with a 7, 6, 6, 6, 5, 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 2 out of 5. Look at that. He's probably right now shitting himself because he knows that the score is middling. But it doesn't mean it's a fucking terrible game. It just means that he doesn't know what to do with this. So, I don't know. But yeah, with a score like this, he is probably not happy. Not happy at all. So now we have to return back to something, and we're going to make up a game that we can play. Wow, look at this. So I think we need to talk about Saints Row today because wow. I think we need to discuss alternatives. Lol, see you in a bit. Jeez, we're already pre-shitting on it. Pre-shitting, and we have best game ever ? What a great fucking comment. Also, from all of the shenanigans from last night, he hasn't really said anything about it. He was awake last night when this was happening, but I think he's probably gonna play it pretty cool. I don't know. There could be the potential he may use this as a, I may make a big stink about this. This is basically me preemptively catching the ship before it launches. If it happens, I was here. I was always going to provide a filter anyway, but I mean now more than ever, I'm going to provide a filter during these trying times. Let's take a look. And already other people have made videos about this, which I should probably go ahead and touch on. Where's my history? No, not my history, my playlist, my detractor stuff playlist. So for those of you who don't know, King Jad already put out a video on this. He already put out the video detailing the strike, or not the strike, the hit, but it's like a preemptive strike. It's only going to be a warning, but if it happens again, you know, it happens again.
Egypt's terms of service.
But there you go. King Jad already had caught this really early. So if you care about it, here you go. Here's King Jad, the mad lad himself, covering this shit really super early. Then we also had Sunspot Gallery making a video about this too. That was pretty good. Always nice and perfect. I don't think anything is going to come out of it though.
Got him.
All right, I'm gonna preemptively check this clip because I have a feeling it may be a little spicy. We already said we were done with the spiciness. We literally just saw this clip. I literally just went over this like 2-3 minutes ago. This was the Final Fantasy one. We just did this one. I forgot that I had to check this one. It was like that person, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we already checked this one. It was already done. You rewind the clock a little bit. Okay. There we go. And DSP started. Which it's just him doing his music segment. So we're not really missing anything at the moment. What else did I want to go over? I feel like I wanted to go over something else. Oh yeah, so we didn't have a great night last night. A lot of that has to deal with the fact that apparently people did not take the bait of him showing the bait, which was kind of hilarious in a weird way. I was streaming on Twitch and building roller coasters the entire time, and the entire night he kept showing off his little dumbass bait because nobody would give him money. So he would like take it out, he would wiggle it around, he would show off like a little frog or something. It was, yeah, he would do this shit, right? He would be doing this shit. He'd show a little lure, dingle-a-dangling around. Look at that, super shiny. We could be putting that on my hat right now. And he would do that over and over again and remind us how many more minutes we had left on the stream. And we would show another weird thing. Look at this, it's a shrimp. No, it's an anchovy. Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly. We love this. It's like dangling fucking keys in front of a kid. And you're just hoping that they're gonna be distracted or something. But apparently nobody was distracted enough to give him money about this. Like, literally nobody. Did he show off another one? I felt like he showed off another one. And he also laughed a lot at a visual glitch in the game, too. And he was molding the entire time, and he didn't get the money. And you would think, oh, well, you know, Phil got a whole bunch of money in support the last couple of times. And he mentions it in this daily wrap.
Very busy day.
Let me boost this up really quick.
Yesterday with a marathon for the first react ever to This Is How You Don't Play, plus finishing my closet clean out event. Today was pretty epic and fun because we jumped headfirst into new gameplay with all kinds of new things, new decorations and things behind me. It was pretty nice. On the podcast this morning, we basically recapped everything that went down yesterday and talked about some ideas for the future, including doing a one-off stream where we actually clean out my ottoman over here, which is the one remnant in the office we didn't get to, the leftover basically, during the closet cleanout. We just pulled out one of the joysticks immediately, like, oh cool, look at this. It's a PS3 joystick, nice artwork, looks brand new. Wonder if it works, right? So It's the kind of thing we kind of mess around with. If we did like a stream to do that in the future, I was thinking maybe it could be a chill night stream. Then again, I don't really think there's enough in there to support like a full stream of content. But what I'd like to do is like plug that joystick in to various things, like plug it into the PS5. Does it work? Plug it into the PC. Does it work? And kind of judge off of that if the thing has any.
I'm gonna
use,
plug it into
you know
a couple of things. You know what I mean?
Anyway, outside of that, a lot of recapping of what we had basically done yesterday. Now, the first gameplay stream of today was Final Fantasy VII, and at first I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to beat it
because he was just like, "Yeah, I beat it."
10 plus hours there, right? Was just extra grind to do the chocobo, get the hidden final materials,
I appreciate it,
and basically take on the super bosses. Overall, if you want my overall thoughts, watch the very final part of the playthrough. I kind of summarized my thoughts. I'll be honest, yes, my thoughts about the game have changed since my older playthroughs of the game back in the 90s and early 2000s. How much?
Spoiler alert, he sucked it off. I mean, it's fine. It's Final Fantasy VII, but it's just like, whatever. We all knew what it was going to be.
Find out by watching the conclusion, okay? Then tonight, it was Sunday Night Bites. Now, only the third time we'd ever played Bassmaster.
You know, it's going to be some ridiculous shit when we start prefacing. Now, it was only the third time. Now, it was like, we weren't expecting much. Just remember that, right? Okay.
The first 2 times we played this game, I was overcome with the amount of support that it got. Like, I never expected playing Bassmaster that we were going to be hitting tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 tip skulls, getting ginormous amounts of super chats. It was insane. I never expected it, okay? And we've had great, chill, interactive fun. People basically saying this is the greatest new addition they like to my gameplay because it is so fun and open-ended and doesn't have to be any definitive thing.
What a fucking lie. What an actual fucking lie. There were like 4 people that said it was a great game and they were making fun of how boring the game was the first stream. It took you an hour to catch the one fish. But I guess, you know, the money made him blind. So blind.
As long as we're having a fun conversation, who cares what happens with the fish? Although admittedly, each week something pretty cool has happened. The first week I was trying to learn the ropes. The second week we had a power outage during the middle of a fish catching streak. This week it was almost dead and all of a sudden I did it. I caught the biggest fish I've ever caught before. It was one that I had my eye on. I don't want to spoil. I'd prefer if you watch the videos yourself to see what happened. But I was very pleased. Now, because the last 2 weeks had gone so well with Bassmaster, this week I went out of my way and I actually went and got a set of fishing lures. Okay? What we had talked about the last 2 weeks was that if I hit the tier 2 tips goal, I would put on a fisherman's hat, which I have, and I would buy some lures, and when we hit that goal, we would add a lure to the hat. That lure would then permanently stay on the hat, and every week we would add a new lure to the hat until finally it was kind of populated with a whole bunch of cool lures to show, you know, how long we'd been doing fun Bassmaster stuff. And it's kind of an interactive, fun thing that we can add to a little bit every week. It's like an organic thing.
This is an organic thing, by the way. This isn't an organic thing. What you had growing on your Wii remote was an organic thing. What you have growing in your closet up in the corner with that water damage is an organic thing. What you were doing is you were taking somebody's like suggestion in chat and you were like, yeah, let's do that. That wasn't organic. I mean, it was organic if you're listening to your chat, but it wasn't organic. You just took somebody's idea and ran with it. What happened next, Phil? Remember, you're not upset or angry, right?
Right. Guess what? We didn't hit the hat goal tonight. Aww. Didn't even come close. We did hit the first tier goal of tips, and that was basically it. And by the way, this is not me complaining. Please understand, we had a great time.
He's not complaining. It's okay. You know, he says he's not complaining.
It was great. You know, fun.
It's okay. It's okay. He's not complaining.
Fish ever. It was still fun. There was actually weird glitches going on in the game that were freaking me out. So again, kind of must watch. I recommend you watch it. It's some freaky shit going on in the game tonight. But it just kind of figures, doesn't it? Isn't it ironic?
Isn't it ironic? I love that clip. By the way, I ended up getting that clip. I still got to make a clip into it.
But it just kind of figures, doesn't it? Isn't it ironic?
It'll go well with all of my other irony clips, like this one.
Isn't it ironic that I'm the guy?
And this one.
You know something? You call all this destiny. I look at it as irony.
But it just kind of figures, doesn't it? Isn't it ironic? The first 2 weeks we play this, I never expect we're going to get any kind of support, and the support is like over the top positively good. So I spend some money this week saying, hey, since you guys supported them so well, I'll invest in it. Here, I'll do something fun so we can have something cool, interactive, and organic every week. And the first week that I have these, we don't hit the goal.
Does that sound like somebody who's not upset? He literally just slapped it onto the table and slapped his knee out of frustration because he spent money and he didn't get money in return. But it was organic, dude. He didn't ask for anything. It was just an organic support. But his $10 investment didn't pay off.
It is what it is. That's just life.
It is what it is,
Murphy's
though.
Law, right?
Murphy's Law, dude.
It is what it is. Like I said,
It is
not
what it
the
is
end of the
again.
world. It was still a great stream. I had a good time. Overall, today was a fun day. I hope that you guys enjoyed all the stuff we did. It was actually nice finally
Okay, that's
finishing
basically
Final
all you
Fantasy.
had to see it because that's all there was to see. Hey, look at that. Remember when I was told that he was live? But he's not actually live. He's just live in the sense that he exists. Yeah. This is why I know. This is why I specifically know whenever there's shenanigans and whenever there's not shenanigans. Hey, look at that. You can see him on the side. You can see him on the side of the camera. Look at this. He's just kind of wiggling around over there. I wonder how long he's been there. I know, according to YouTube, he is live. So technically he is live. Just, you know. Let's see what kind of stuff he's saying in his chat right now. Good morning. What a show this will be. We have a lot to talk about. I also updated my game release schedule, and it's not looking good. September, oh my god, lol. Let's see. Let's take a look at his DSP Twitter. Did we update the schedule? What did we update the schedule to? I'm gonna read. We have Madden 2. There's nothing. What? There's nothing that got updated. It's still there. What an actual fucking lie. Hey, look at that. He's starting. I don't have to listen to this, though. Remember, Phil chose to skip Xenoblade.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to a fresh, exciting, miscolored episode.
Let me fix his audio really quick. I like to boost it because his audio is always out of whack, and it's the only way you can hear him. That's a nice snort. A little snorty snort. We're doing some shenanigans right now. Gotta make sure we look like the color of a ghoul. Instead of looking pink, we're looking like a ghoul.
Podcast. Today is Monday, August 22nd, 2022. I hope you're all doing well as we begin a new and fun week of gaming and streaming. We got a lot to talk about today.
Let's talk about
I
it.
hate to say it, though, it's not very good stuff.
Really?
It's some pretty bad news, especially if you're someone who has been eagerly awaiting new game releases to start hitting. Typically, all right,
he already
around
has
this
his
time
mods
of year,
in there,
usually
by the
late
way.
August into September. All right.
You know,
as
it's
we
a big day
quickly
when he has
approach
two of his
what we
mods,
consider
fan of Lovecraft and Shang
fall,
Forever,
'cause fall
just
starts
show
the third
up.
week of September.
Because they're
I
never in that
term
chat.
This
They're
time of
never
year
in there.
the hardcore gaming season.
Now
What
we
that
have them in
means is
here.
that if you're
So,
heavy
you know.
into games like I am, right? This is the time of year where your wallets, they're empty, right? Your pockets have nothing in them. Why?
Why?
There's so
Because you
many
keep giving a Phil. Eggs?
high profile new game releases
I thought it was
that
Bags.
start coming out back to back to back.
Like
you
Drake?
can't afford them all, and you certainly don't have enough time to
Like
play
Drake.
them all, right? And we are right at the precipice of when that time frame usually would start.
Like Drake.
Historically, as a gaming content creator, the summer is downtime for me, where there's not a lot of game releases coming out, okay? And usually the fall is when this picks up. There's been some exceptions to that rule. For example, there's been some summers with games like Ghost of Tsushima,
or
Big
really
ups, Ghosts
awesome
of
lengthy
Sushi.
RPG that we've played, like Lost Judgment or something like that. But, or excuse me, Regular Judgment. It was the original Judgment. That was like the Summer of Judgment, if I remember correctly. But
anyway,
in particular, the summer's usually dead, and so when the fall hits or September-ish hits, we all breathe a big sigh of relief because usually there's a lot of awesome new games releasing.
A sigh of
It gives us something
relief.
different to do. It
We have
refreshes us,
games.
right?
We're relieved. We have games. We can spend our money.
With all this
Yeah, I
heightened
agree.
Anticipation. Just this week, tomorrow.
Let's breathe that
was
sigh of
supposed to be
relief.
One of these high-end, high-profile,
Oh, man.
AAA level games that was going to come
Man,
out.
man,
and,
man.
basically kickstart this whole thing for us this year.
Yeah, drought is over.
not
We
so
have
much.
rains now.
And we'll talk about that because that's going to be a giant chunk of today's podcast.
Uh-huh.
Is talking about Saints Row.
Oh,
which is coming out tomorrow,
no.
all right?
Dude.
So you might say, oh, Saints Row. You know, the hot new release?
Dude.
Yeah, hot.
He didn't know that it was coming out. He barely cared about it. He put it on his calendar. He didn't look up a thing about it. There's been nonstop negative news about it the entire time. Nobody who's actually a fucking Saints Row fan has been like really, really hyped for it. They were like, yeah, I might get it on sale. But like they were waiting. A lot of people were waiting.
12 years old, but it's
I
also
hear.
full of game bugs and insanely bad writing. It's basically terrible. We will explore this today. Okay, we will. That's going to be a big chunk of the podcast.
He drummed up this
and then
game
essentially
too.
what we got to figure out is
What else
well,
to
if it really
play?
is that bad?
Oh, we're still gonna
How
play
did I
it.
know about it? Which we'll talk about.
Oh, how didn't you
And
know?
What else am I going to
You
do
didn't bother
instead?
checking, I
Because it was
guess.
supposed to be the big release for this week. I was going to start playing it tomorrow. It was going to be the major stream for several days this week.
Yeah, a lot of people like the
and
third
what are we
one.
going to do now? Right? So we'll talk about
Yeah,
that.
Saints
today
Row
on the
4,
podcast,
I
all right?
played
But in
that.
addition,
You know what?
We're going to jump into
When it came to Saints Row, I didn't play 3 until after I played 4, and I thought 4 was kind of crap, and I was wondering, why on earth do people actually care about Saints Row? I went back and I played the third game just for a bit, and I was like, holy shit, this is a hell of a lot better. I hated the superpowers. I fucking hated them. It invalidated the whole need to have customized cars. That was just how I felt about it, though.
Okay, so that's a big chunk of the show. But before we get to that, ladies and gentlemen, all right? I have a few
Orbit was
quick
fun
things
because I
that
got to play
wanna
with a
say. First
friend,
of all,
though. That's all that made it.
Apologies. I forgot to
It
take
made
my
it
allergy
tolerable.
medication yesterday.
Oh,
what
no.
the hell? That was the stupidest move. I would actually have been feeling good for a string of days where I was not feeling terrible. Waking up in the morning, no swollen throat, no gunk. I was like, wow, this is pretty good.
I should play too.
And then I
Yeah,
forgot
probably.
to take my allergy medication yesterday. And last night I go to sleep and I'm like, why is my throat feeling a little gunky again? Like, what is happening
He
here?
could take it now, but he's not going to.
And I
It's
woke up
better
this
for
morning,
him.
that's when I realized, I was like, oh no. How could I have forgotten? I need to take this shit every day during the summertime. So that's why already I feel kind of meh. I'm not really necessarily congested, but I've got everything going. I got a throat kind of messed up, drippage. I took the medicine.
Big up
and we'll-
drippage.
Excuse me.
USP got
Hopefully we'll
that
kick in
drip.
sooner rather than later. But again, it's my fault. I have no one to blame but myself in this case. Okay.
I agree.
All right. Excuse me. So, yeah, sorry about that in advance. Now, I have something else very important that I need to talk to all of you about. So if you're listening on demand,
Oh, man.
if you're watching
That's pretty
live,
good.
no matter who you are out there, all right? We got something very important to cover, so I'd like to talk to you guys about it, all right? So after the events of this last weekend,
Oh, it is.
right,
He's going
I
to
don't
talk
know, I
about
had a
it.
Marathon.
He's going to
Half
talk
of that
about it.
marathon was cleaning out my closet.
Here it
but
is.
the other half was reacting to This Is How You Don't Play
All right,
Metal
folks.
Gear Solid 2.
I'm
the
ki-
first
I'm killing
ever
the
This Is How
music.
You Don't Play video ever put out on the internet, okay? Well, I've gotten wind, sadly, of what is going to be supposedly a concerted effort to try to hurt me in my business, all right? What that means is that people are butthurt that I reacted to that video. And apparently, and I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to make any accusations and fingers pointing, but apparently, what's going to happen is people are going to be attacking this channel in every way, shape, and form, all right?
Yep, he's
Now,
blaming AJ.
Obviously, I would like
Obviously.
to think that YouTube is going to be smarter than to grant any kind of false claims or strikes or anything against this channel. That doesn't mean anything, all right? Just because it hasn't happened yet
doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I gotta, make things abundantly clear here that YouTube has a lot of automation. YouTube has a lot of situations where they fuck up, and then you essentially have to fix their fuck ups after they fuck up. The burden of proof lies on the content creator who is accused of wrongdoing rather than on the person doing the accusing.
Okay.
This would be the equivalent of you're walking down the street
and a black lady
points at you like this and says, "That man just robbed me."
A black
the police
lady
immediately arrest you and take you to jail.
Like a black lady.
While you're in jail, you have to prove your innocence.
Oh, it's like the black lady stealing the backpack. I mean, the black
and then you get arrested.
I forgot about that.
Which is how it really works. That's the equivalent of how YouTube works. It's ass backward. It's actually probably not legal. And if someone actually took them to task for it, they'd probably have to fix their system. But I digress. It's bullshit. And so it does make me nervous.
Yeah, at a restaurant.
To hear
a sandwich shop.
That
did you go to the sandwich
shop? In this
shop?
situation, all right, I might actually have negative things happening to this channel.
Oh, he did.
That is in good standing.
Yep,
on YouTube
he knows.
As a result
so
of
he
malicious
did.
activities.
It
Now,
actually
you
did
guys
count
know
as a
I'm
warning.
not doing anything wrong. I'm not violating any YouTube policies for copyright or otherwise.
Yep,
Right?
it wasn't
The
a
stuff I put
copyright
out
strike.
It's tame. It's very much in the guidelines of what YouTube provides. I'm not violating anyone's copyright or stealing any content from anybody. That doesn't mean that YouTube's not going to falsely grant something against the channel because they don't know what they're doing. Okay.
What else? What else?
So normally, this wouldn't be a big deal, but the fact that I've heard through various channels that there is a concerted effort now against DSP Gaming, it's concerning. This is my business and my one major source of income.
I thought that was your
all right?
hobby.
This right here, my stream and my
I
videos
thought
on
it was
this
a
channel.
shirt was his business.
Does it make me nervous? Yeah, it does.
Nervous big.
Again, I would hope
Never heard that before.
you could err on the side of caution and that everything I do here is good enough to be in line with YouTube's policies or whatever. That doesn't mean that they won't erroneously do something that I then have to fix. Okay? So why am I telling you all this?
Why are you?
Being the fact that apparently this is going down right now. All right? I have to essentially be ready for it. So rest assured.
Rest assured. I have safeguards in place.
If something happens,
I have backup
to DSP Gaming this week.
I have
I have various avenues I can tell you what happened. All right.
Okay.
If I can still upload, I can upload a video to talk about it. But I don't know how it works, and I think it actually depends. Like, for example, if you get a copyright strike versus some kind of an other strike, it could affect the way that you can put out content. In some cases, you can't stream, but you can still upload. In other cases, you can't upload or stream at all. Some cases, you can do a community post. Other cases, you can't. And I don't really understand all of that because usually I'm not involved in it. All right, I don't have those kind of problems.
You are involved with it.
So I don't really
it's
know.
your channel.
Right,
You've been hit before. Hey, I love that podcast.
If something were to happen, all right, I would do my best on this channel to communicate to you what has happened and what the plan is. But what if I can't? What if I can't upload and I can't stream and I can't post on the community page? Well, there's still ways you can reach out to me. I will always be able to post on my Twitter at @TheyCallMeDSP.
Oh, we know.
If you're interested in, what happened, I should be posting up there to tell you what's going on and let you know what the plan is. Chances are I'm going to have a backup plan in place, so if anything were to happen to this channel,
like a rainy day,
I would still be able to broadcast and put out content somewhere. Now, would it be exactly the same content as I'm doing right now and I'm planning to do today, gameplay? I don't know. We have to discuss this and think about it, okay?
I thought we were talking about
so there you
Saints
go.
Row.
So in regards to this,
hey, regards.
I'm already laying the groundwork so you guys know what to expect. If this happens to me this week,
he just slapped something off his
this
table.
Bullshit trollish effort against me. All I can say is, hey, I'll do my best to get the channel up and running as soon as I can. All right, and worst case scenario, I will share with you on Twitter where I'm going next. I don't know. Again, I'm not going to reveal or talk about that, but we'll still put out content. The truth of the matter is, here, I can't not work.
Twitch incoming. Oh my God! Really? Can't wait for Facebook gaming. Yeah.
All right, that they have all this surplus, they have savings. They could go on a vacation for 2 weeks and not put out any content and be fine. I can't do that. I have to be here every day, making
paycheck
content
to
for you guys
paycheck,
in order to
begging
make ends meet.
for the
As
rest
I've
of my
told you,
life.
No exaggeration. There's been weeks where I've been living paycheck to paycheck, and I need my income for that week or whatever to even just pay the basic bills that I need to get by to get to the next week. If I don't work,
basic
all right,
bills
I can't make
every
money
day. The basic bills
to make a living. Here's
you
the
can't
good
make
news.
money.
The vast majority of my income
It's from
comes
tips.
you guys directly. What I mean by that is crowdfunding from you.
Yeah, tips. We know.
Patreon. Now, yes,
give me the
obviously
money.
There's things like memberships, super chats, super stickers. That's a big part. It absolutely is a big chunk of my income.
I thought it was a
And
tiny
if something
part.
were to happen to the channel, that
Tiny
would
chunk.
be frozen temporarily, I would assume. And so, temporarily, we'd have to go somewhere else or
Yeah,
or
the
do whatever,
Hogans are
and I would
currently
rely on you
shaking.
guys via
The
other means
Hogans
to be
are
supporting,
afraid.
you know,
What?
the content. There's nothing I
What
can
happened
do
to our
about that.
fourth
Again,
six star,
I'm not
man?
violating YouTube's policies.
Yeah,
right?
you are.
I'm not doing anything in the wrong. It's the same me as always. But just because I'm
Same
not
me
doing
as
anything wrong
always.
doesn't mean
That's
that
the
YouTube's not going to
problem.
make a mistake.
Bruh, that's the problem.
Okay,
It's been the
apparently they do it all
same you
time.
forever.
So it is what it is.
It
all
is what
right?
it is.
There's nothing much that I can do in regards to this. I just got to say, well, if it happens, it happens. All right, and have a backup plan. I do have a backup plan in place.
He's not even saying
I'll
what
let you know
happened.
about it if and
He
when this
knows what
happens. I mean,
happened, but
hopefully
he's not
that's to say,
saying it.
Hopefully it doesn't happen. All right, but you know, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Sip? Are we good to go? Back to the other talk?
Okay, fair enough. So I talked about it. It is what it is. If I'm here on a stream with this week and all of a sudden the stream goes down and it's not coming back, I'll hopefully be able to tell you why. Maybe, you know, if I get temporarily suspended or whatever for any reason, I don't even know if the chat stays open. Again, this hasn't happened to me since I've been a full-time YouTuber of May of last year. So I actually don't even know how it works. I don't know if I'd be able to say, okay, guys, well, the stream's off and they won't let me turn it back on. I don't know. You know what I mean? I have no clue. On Twitch, it's just fucking stupid as shit. On Twitch, it's like they'll just turn you off in the middle of a stream, not even give you a notification. Just, you're off. You're fucked. You know? Anyway. Let's see what happens. And again, you know, all I can do is kind of hope for the best. And like I said, have backup plans in place, which I do. And again, I will share those if and when something happens. All we can say is let's hope nothing happens. Let's just hope that everything goes normally. Okay? All right.
All right.
All
Just
right,
ignore it.
so-
All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
All that being said,
Hey, I love that
let's
podcast.
talk about what's going on this week. All right?
There you go.
Today, I'm playing Madden 23.
So, for those of you who were wondering what his response was going to be from the weird-ass post, and basically all the videos that have been coming out today from King Jad, Call of Duty, everybody in between, all these weird posts, everybody posting, me even streaming today, because I didn't even allude to what was happening. But you know that he has 2-3 moderators currently in his chat, so you know he is in panic mode, because he thinks and he knows that something's going to happen, because something did happen. That's the only reason why he spoke about it, because something actually definitively did happen. He wants to allude that it's related to strikes, and he wants to blame it on Evil AJ. The reality is, it's not. And we just showcased, literally, within an hour ago, all of the things that he could potentially get hit for. Because, yeah, YouTube doesn't like that shit. And here's the funny part, Phil. All of those moments were all during times in which you were a streamer, a live streamer, and you had an active chat audience. So you didn't really change after you became a live streamer. You're still the clown that you were 13 years ago, that you said you were 13 years ago. So now we gotta face the consequences, or whatever the hell, however he said it. How did DSP say that? Like, DSP, you broke the law? Live with the consequences? Oh man, no! I wanted that clip so bad. Now face the I wanted the, damn it. I'm so mad. I wanted that one clip of just you broke the law and face the consequences. I'm mad.
I will say this, we're going to continue on.
It's the consequences.
With this pattern that if I hit my top tips goal during Madden,
oh wait,
I
Give
will
More
put
Blood
on a
has it? Yo,
football
let me get
jersey
that
for you during the stream.
Hold up.
I have 3 different ones.
I didn't know if they
black
were
and
nuked
gray,
yet.
White and black, and black, blue, and white. Basically, 2 are Raiders jerseys and 1 is Panthers, but they're not branded. They're unbranded jerseys. These are the old jerseys that I actually owned.
Yeah, he does.
At the beginning of my
Yeah.
competitive Street
Oh my
Fighter
god,
days.
this is great. Thank you so much for having this fucking clip. It's a green screen version too, so I'm gonna go ahead and steal
You chose to broke the law. Live with the consequences.
I'm gonna take that clip. That clip is mine now. It's never going
They
away.
weren't used for the greater part of 15 years. Every once in a while, you see them kind of pop up.
I love it.
You know, in my videos or whatever. For the most part,
cool clips.
you know, you don't see it. So,
oh yeah.
FYI, these are pretty cool because it's something that I don't usually wear.
Oh
in videos.
man,
Usually
we
I put
got
on
some
a
cool
vest,
shit in here.
But you guys seemed to like. You guys definitely seemed to like me wearing this the other day when I hit my full tip skull. So it's up to you whether or not you like to see it or not. Laughing my ass off. Laughing out loud. Why are you laughing? Okay.
There's so many good green screens.
So there you go.
I want these. These are mine. They're all mine now. They're mine. I'm so hungry.
Thank you. I'll fix that right now. I knew today was August 22nd. I said that.
It's the salt one. Yo, I already have this one, I think.
Wrong.
It's this one.
Let's fix that on the fly.
With this salt flavor.
Easily on the fly. Thank you for telling me.
I had that one already. That's
Okay.
a good one.
So today it's Madden on the mainstream. We're actually starting the real season now. Everything up to now has been practice preseason. Now these games will start to count for the real season. Let's see how it goes. I don't predict any kind of success. I predict failure. I really do. I predict like I'm gonna flub this and fuck up. I don't know how many times. All right. So let's see what happens. All right. Tonight, I don't know how many times I can tell you guys. 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. It's
Stop it with the green fucking screen.
Where we're going to be doing the fourth campus of the game, night
That's pretty good,
school.
too.
No,
like
it's
that one.
not a pun on going to school at night. It's actually you're a medieval knight in armor learning to be chivalrous at a university. So that's what we're doing tonight. We'll see how it goes. Again, my goal when I play 2 Point is within each night stream to unlock the next
If you
school.
haven't already.
And it seems like we can do it. Last time we did, it was about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes in. We
Shut up, Phil. If you haven't already, you should totally check out Give More Blood. He's a cool content creator. The problem is that at some point, they're gonna get mad, just like everybody gets mad. I hate it when YouTube gets mad. But if you haven't checked out Give More Blood's channel, you should totally check them out. They might be around, or they might not be. But check them out. Link in the fucking chat. They have cool segments, cool video. There's a raw one. I like that one. And every once in a blue moon, they'll do a stream and it becomes hilarious. Those are the best part. They also have very out of context moments. Like that one time we watched that one video with the ladies with the boobas. Wait a minute. Hold on. Ludwig, if you're watching right now, I'm looking for something spicy, and if I find it, you better avert your virgin eyes. I'm saying virgin eyes because I don't know how else to say it other than just avert your virgin eyes. But where is it? Hold on. It's I want to find the specific lady. Where is it? There it is. It's literally this lady. This lady right here. What's her name? It's like Kathy or something. You know why, guys. You know why. At a certain point, you know why. This was a great fucking clip. We love this. It was great. I'm not gonna go too far because if I go too far, you know, bad things will happen.
All right, so that's good.
What a great stream.
What are we gonna do now moving forward? Well, let's talk. First of all, what's going on with Saints Row? Well, it comes out tomorrow, which means the early reviews came out today.
We put Sonic.
Let's explore the reviews, shall we? So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. And actually, to make sure that I could read these more easily, I actually have them on my
He's
phone.
taking the clip. Dude, what did I tell you? It was going to be the exact same fucking tweet that I showed you.
Highest
Fucking
review
hell.
So far given to
Fucking
it is an
hell.
8.5
I knew
by
it.
Game Informer.
I fucking
Okay.
knew it. It's so fucking
But-
predictable. Everything's predictable.
Let's talk
I
about
know
all these
the
other
script
reviews
of the
for.
show.
Press start, 7. PC Games N, 7. IGN, 6. Inverse, 6. GameSpot, 6. Well Played, 5. VG247, 3 out of 5, which essentially is a 6. Hardcore Gamer, 3 out of 5, essentially a 6. Kinda Funny, 2 out of 5 is 40, or 4 out of 10. VGC, 2
we're
out
doing
of 5.
math
EGM,
right
2
now.
out of 5. Metacritic giving it an overall aggregate score of 67. Ouch. Right? That's pretty scathing. That's pretty bad. Right? Overall, for a game that's supposed to be a reboot of this franchise, right? Like, we had Saints Row 1 through 4. We had Agents of Mayhem that was supposed to be Saints Row 5, but was rebranded last minute and ended up being incredibly underwhelming and not a very good game. So now, after this game being in development for a while, supposed to come out in February, delayed all the way to late August, and now finally coming out. This is what we get. All right? Now, how did we get this way? You know, how did I not, first of all, how did I not know this game was going to be bad?
At the green screen? No way!
All right? I'll be honest, and I'll be transparent with all of you on this. I have found in the last couple of years that I have a better time with games if I don't follow along all the information about them.
Okay, so who cares?
It seems like in the modern era of gaming, all right, everyone likes to talk about every game so much in detail before the game even releases. You basically understand the basic plot points, you basically understand all the gameplay elements, and you pretty much know what the vast majority of the game is going to be before they release. It didn't used to be like that. You used to have a trailer, and you'd have a little bit of information releasing, kind of saying what it was going to be, and then you'd have early reviews, and then the game would come out. Now it's like you got a teaser, a trailer, a gameplay expose. Oh, someone got access to the game early and played it. Then you had a 2-minute blowout first level preview, and you got this and that. By the time the game comes out, you've seen half the game. You know what I mean? Like, that weird, what happened to the days when it was about, okay, I don't really know what the game's going to be that much. I just kind of know the premise of it. Let's jump in
Hopefully
and experience it for the first time genuinely
right
when I play it. Why do you have to do 20 hours of research about a game before the game comes out? And then what was the point of even buying it and playing it if you knew what it was? You see, I don't come from that generation. I come from a previous gaming generation where I like to be surprised. Now, admittedly, back in the day, I would be surprised in two different ways. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, pleasantly surprised. It's good. And then other times I'd be like, wow, really horrified at how bad this fucking game is. And we would just rip the game a new asshole, right? And basically I would continue to play a bad game and then review it poorly, and it would end up in my worst games of the year countdown, right? However, let's be honest here. In the last year or 2 years, my model's changed, okay? Now I actively try to seek out games that I know I'm going to like more, games that are more commonly accepted as good. And I seriously feel like because of that, my streams have become a lot less toxic. I think that the toxicity would come from me playing the bad games and basically shitting all over them. And yes, there was an element of comedy there, but I think like we get more value out of playing the better games, having fun playthroughs of those games, interacting, having...
You're right, by the way. So it did come back just recently. So initially, this was removed for violation. He must have fought it, because now it's back, which is kind of funny. But it's not going to stop it. Depending on how many they're going to be, he may end up getting more of these. So who knows? Who knows? That's why I said you could have nothing, you could have something. You could have shenanigans, you could have nothing.
No one likes, no one wants to watch me play. I'm not enjoying. I have to pick and choose the games to play on stream that I know are going to work, are going to be interesting, you guys like, I like, and we're going to have a great time with, so it's a meaningful playthrough and a meaningful streaming experience as well. I don't have the ability to buy bad games and then waste money on them and then drop them. I can't do that. If I buy a game, I kind of have to invest in it. Now, the good news is,
he hasn't been buying games,
subscription-based systems, such as Game Pass, PlayStation Plus Premium, paying a flat rate a month, $15 a month, and then getting access to all these games, I don't have that kind of monetary investment anymore. 2 Point Campus, I didn't spend $1 on. Madden, I haven't spent $1 on. I pay that monthly subscription fee, and then I get these games, right? In the case of Madden, here's a situation where people are asking me, will you keep playing it? Well, we got a 10-hour demo. Let's play through the 10-hour demo. If people continue to show up, engage in that playthrough, and support it, then maybe it would be worth it to buy the game long term if it looks like we're going to get long-term content out of it. Personally, I'm not convinced yet. I mean, we're only 3 hours in. We still got 7 more to go, but I'm not convinced that this game is going to be longevity. I think maybe another 2 streams people will be bored with it, but let's see what happens, okay? But this is the cool thing about these services, especially for a content creator like me. Instead of having to drop money here, money here, money here, I'm not doing that. I can save my money for the games that I know are going to be good investments and pan out to be great content for the channel. So, in regards to Saints Row, all right, this is a situation where the game is reviewing incredibly poorly. Let's continue. Why is the game reviewing incredibly poorly? Well, it's probably for reasons like
never
this.
mind.
As you can see, this content creator played the game and said, this is really all I have to say about my Saints Row review. So here's two actual things that appeared on the screen when I was playing the game. The first one says headshot kill, experience points, 50 points. The next one says label, too long, test text goes here. And this isn't just one example. This is one of
I like how he
a
keeps
million
looking at the
examples.
lady's butt.
This is rife all over the
He
internet.
just keeps looking at that
entire
lady's
internet
butt
is
the
full of
entire
examples
time.
of this game
I can't take
being
it seriously.
bug-filled. And we're not just talking, a hilarious text bug like this. Game-breaking bugs. I saw a cutscene where there's actually like, it's like supposed to be like a
Cat's gonna get
showdown,
mad.
a shootout at a old Western movie. You got to do a quick time event to shoot. The person presses the quick time, pulls the gun, and the guy who you're fighting stretches out like Gumby and goes and flies off the screen. And again, it's not. This is one example. There's a ridiculous amount of these all over the internet right now. Now that the early reviews have come out, the entire game is completely broken to shit and not fun. People are like, it's one thing to get a funny bug here or there and you laugh. The entire game is
I haven't
rife
looked
with
at
these
anything
kind of
about
errors.
Saints Row.
How did they delay
I just don't
the
care
game
enough about it.
and still have it be this full of errors? Okay, so let's move on to a couple people who actually did some detailed reviews on it. And usually, when I do look at game reviews, I tend to try to look at game reviews that
I don't
know
have the
are
O
from people
phase.
who are not, for example, from IGN or GameSpot or a major media outlet that may or may not be very genuine. So here's Skill Up. And he says the following. Outdated in every aspect, from its open world design to its core gameplay. Riddled with game-breaking bugs. Absent of any sort of coherent plot and starring an insufferable cast of characters, the Saints Row reboot is a disaster. Here's my review. Sounds like all the things I look for in a hot new release. A hotly new release donkey turd, as I said earlier.
He keeps looking at her.
There's no
Stop,
redeeming
Phil, you're
value there,
married.
you know what
Calm
I'm saying?
down.
Let's do another one. This next one, actually, I think is one of the more
Phil,
scathing
please.
reviews that I actually found.
Cat's gonna get mad.
Because not only does it address this particular game, but it addresses what's been happening at this development studio in the last many years. Okay, so here we go. From Legacy Killer HD, another independent game reviewer. After the failure of Agents of Mayhem, and now the Saints Row reboot, there needs to be some kind of serious leadership change within Volition Studios. Unbelievable how badly they've fallen these last number of years. The only positive thing that can be said about the Saints Row reboot is that Volition has been very open about this game not being very good.
Yeah.
At least they didn't hide it. Although kind of difficult to hide such cringe dialogue and unimpressive gameplay. Okay?
Okay. Just say
again,
you're not going to play it.
Kind of begs
Just
the question,
shit
Phil,
or get
how
off
did
the
you not
pot.
know this game was bad? Again, because I avoid spoilers. I try to purposely stay away from spoilers so that way I can be so.
He's literally talking about spoilers right now. He looked at a fucking big ass sheet of numbers and he's saying, I didn't get spoiled. It's like, yeah, you did get spoiled. There was a dude that like coalesced a whole bunch of scores together and said, hey, look at this, guys. And then you looked at it and you spoiled yourself. If you didn't look at it and you didn't spoil yourself, you wouldn't have known.
That a new game's coming out. I used to like the Saints Row games. Admittedly, I hated Agents of Mayhem. I thought Agents of Mayhem was so boring because it had a cast of characters with little to no personality. The only unique thing about it was that each character had a different way that they played. Oh, this person has ice abilities. This person can fly. This person has the telekinesis or this or that. But outside of that, the game literally had the most boring plot, most generic nonsense in it, and it was just a repetitive grind. There's no point to the game. The game could have never existed, and no one would have missed out on
my
anything.
God.
You see?
Just uploaded
this
7
game,
minutes ago.
Saints Row again.
Yes!
Right? So hopefully with Saints Row, they're going to do better. Apparently not. Apparently they did exactly
Kathy,
the same. It's basically Agents of Mayhem with the word Saints Row over it with the same kind of vibe. Okay?
Hell yeah. That's my kind of girl right there.
So that being said, all right,
I love that podcast.
I feel that with all this knowledge and information, I think that we should skip it. Right? I don't think that it makes any sense.
All right, well, we're done.
To be sitting here and say, I'm going to drop 60,
Thanks,
70
Phil.
bucks. I think it's, at first I thought it was 70, but apparently people are telling me it's 60. 60 bucks. So if it's 60 bucks, okay. If it's 60 bucks, then you got to add in tax. You got to add in all those factors. And when you add in all those factors, tax
Like
and everything, $70+ for a game that we may play once or twice, laugh at the bugs, ha ha ha, it's funny, it sucks, and then be bored to tears. I mean, I don't want another Agents of Mayhem. I remember during that summer, many years ago, I want to say it was like the summer of 2017, right? I played Agents of Mayhem, and you guys
are we gonna have a
Q&A
after this?
You
I
guys
feel like
were
we're gonna have a
so
Q&A.
bored. And I was like, well, I bought it, I'm invested in it, let me go through it, right? And it was like, I can't go through that again. I just can't. All right? So, in light of all this news and information, and again, I realize that if you take this decision in context with my previous self, old Phil, you'd be like, wow, you're a hypocrite. Because old Phil used to say the following: you can't trust other people's reviews. You got to play the games for yourself. A lot of the times, I play the game, and
now we
I
trust
judge it differently
reviews
from everyone else out there. Right?
Oh, it's
true.
about money now.
It's absolutely true. That's happened many times.
I guess
in the
it's
past.
about money.
But in this case, there's a consensus on the internet.
No, there's not.
This game stinks.
It's middling.
Right? Everyone's saying it. It's not one or two people. And there's if this game was
some
divided,
people.
and some
It's
people
middling.
said it was good and some said it wasn't, I'd be more accustomed to say, let's give it a shot. Let's try it and judge for ourselves. The vast majority of people playing it hate this game, saying it's really bad. People for months have been telling me, Phil, why are you going to play it? It sounds like it's terrible. Why are you going to play this shit game? I tend to agree. If it is a shit game, then maybe we shouldn't play it. All right?
Yeah,
so,
but people told you that for months and you ignored
that
them.
we were going to skip it. All right?
And now
But
we're
the
finally
question
listening
now
to him?
is, if I
Because you
skip
saw a Twitter post?
Saints Row. This
Twitter
was
post
supposed to
literally
be the major new
fueled him
release
into doing
that I was
this.
going to play tomorrow, Wednesday, possibly Thursday. This was going to be balanced with Madden for the week. Then, here's the thing. There are more games coming out. And actually, the other portion of this podcast, I'm going to go through the game release schedule for the next 2 months because I went through it this morning and updated my schedule. So you guys will know what other games I'm interested in. All right? There is a new game on Friday, Pac-Man Repacked. Or Pac-Man World Repacked, excuse me, that I'm interested in. I haven't played it ever. I'm not here on Friday. I'm going to start playing it on Saturday. Next week, there's 2 new releases. There's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection that I'm going to do a marathon launch party of, pizza party. And there's also Destroy All Humans 2 remake or remaster or whatever. I'm interested in that for sure. Okay? There's also an indie game coming out tomorrow that I'm interested in checking out. All right? And originally I was going to maybe hold off on it, but now maybe we should dive into it. It's actually, well, I'll tell you what it is in a second because I'm going to go through the game release schedule.
Yeah.
All right?
Wait,
but
what?
The thing is,
we're going through more schedules. I feel like I'm
beat Final Fantasy VII
right now.
So that's out of the rotation. And now the game that I was going to play also is out of the rotation. So what do I play?
A soundboard for this?
I have a couple ideas. In fact,
oh my god, are we gonna boot up the Xbox?
what I'd like to do right now.
Oh my god, no.
Hold on.
Oh, jeez. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be a Mori. If it's a Mori, I'm gonna leave. What a great segment, by the way. I feel so...
Apparently, it's not there. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, maybe that voxel game he was looking at before. Maybe. I don't know.
Because I had an idea, but now I don't know if the idea is going to work. Wait a minute. I have a backup plan for that idea, don't I?
Do you?
I think I actually have a backup plan for that idea.
Do you? Because you're taking forever to tell us. You didn't tell us, and now
anyway,
we're doing this.
What I was going to say was, you guys are aware that there's actually a Saints Row game that I've never done a playthrough of.
What's that?
In fact, there's a Saints Row game, right, that I have only done excerpts of, and I only played it in 2008.
What, Saints Row 2?
Yeah, people are saying it in the chat right now. I think you guys have figured it out. Okay.
Saints Row 1.
Saints Row 2.
Oh,
all right.
Saints Row 1.
This is a game from the origins of me making content on the internet. It actually had been a new release. There's a hole in my shirt.
Oh my god. Bro, there's a hole in your head. Look at the hair. You got a hole in your shirt and you got a hole in your hair, man. Everything's falling apart. Please
the
fix
Proto Man
them.
shirt has a hole in it. I'm gonna have to get rid of it.
Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
My day
It's
is
trash.
ruined.
Get it out of here.
Ruined. I love this shirt. No, seriously. You may have noticed I wear certain shirts that I've worn for a very, very long time.
This stuff's trash. This stuff's trash.
This is one of them. Okay, this is a shirt that I've
stuff's
owned for
trash.
probably a decade.
This
I
stuff's
got it when I
trash.
used to go to game conventions
This
back in
stuff's
the day. And it really sucks because someone said, "Can you stitch it?" No, it's in between the letters of the word here. You can't stitch that because you'll fuck up. Yeah.
All right, cool. Get it out of here. Just like that.
It's a very small
error.
hole, but it's one of those ones that you know as you wash it, it's just gonna get bigger. God damn it.
Yeah, well.
I'm
Them's the
very
breaks.
upset. I was actually in a good mood today, and I'm very upset.
Were you in a good
To
mood?
something nice from my past. It sucks because, you know, sometimes I get sentimental attachment to certain things. This shirt is a shirt that I have worn many, many years, right? It's a cool shirt. I love the design. I wonder if they still sell it. Maybe I can get a replacement.
Okay. Oh my God, we're not about to do a phone segment to check for a shirt to see whether or not it exists in current day. When we're currently in the middle of a pre-stream, that we're supposed to be talking about a replacement for a game that got middling reviews, and we made a whole dedicated Twitter post to like talk about it today. Are we actually doing
we have
this?
a lot of Proto Man t-shirts now.
Oh my good
Maybe
God.
it's a situation where
look this up on your own time.
say
Do it
goodbye to
during
this Proto
dinner.
Man t-shirt, but I just buy a new one because they've
This
got
isn't
7
meaningful
zillion now.
content. This is
See, here's
nothing
the thing.
content.
Back in the day, when I was going to these conventions, to get a shirt like this was a rarity. They didn't sell these online in mainstream stores or whatever because video games were just becoming mainstream pop culture. Now, this shit is everywhere. So maybe I'll just get a replacement shirt. All right.
What?
I'm very upset. I really am because I love this shirt. But anyway, Saints Row 2 was one of the games that came out in the fall of 2008.
All right.
14 years ago. It was one of the very first games I ever played for YouTube, but I did not do a full playthrough of it. I only did excerpts of the playthrough.
Wow,
All right?
great. Go play through it all.
Perhaps I could play that
Yeah,
as
go
a
do
way
that.
to do an homage to the games that were actually good in the Saints Row franchise before they ran it into the ground.
Wow. Okay, cool. That sounds great. More
Now, that's
retro
just
games.
an idea I'm throwing out there. I'm not saying we have to do that, all right? Because I have some other ideas as well. What I was looking at was, isn't Saints Row 2 free right now?
Is it?
I swear it is. Hold on. I think it was either games with gold. No, it says it's $10.
$10. Somebody will fork you a $10 tip after you just said that, and then you'll play it anyway.
Yeah, it
so
says
who cares?
it's $10.
Just buy it. It's $10.
With an asterisk next to it. Why is there an asterisk? Oh, contains in-app purchases. All right. So you got until August 15th to claim it. Oh, I didn't even know. But here's the thing. I have the disc. I just don't know if it works on the Series X.
Oh, it was
When
free.
we were going through my classic
And he
games
missed
collection over
out.
here,
Oh, that makes sense.
I have the disc.
Fucking
We went
classic
through
Phil.
it during my closet clean out, and one day I was anticipating maybe
coulda
one
got
day
some for free,
there'd be a
fuck
reason
it.
for me to play it. I was thinking
Free's
I would
too
do
much.
this more
And
as an homage to Saints Row and my old days of content creation. But now if the new Saints Row sucks, why not play the ones that are good? Emil says you need to play Saints Row 1 first. Sadly, I don't think I can. That's not even on here. Yeah, going to the Microsoft store here. Oh, it is there. $10. The original. I never played the original Saints Row. This one is from, what's the year? 2006.
wow.
What do you guys think?
I think you should get
Is it
$10
on
and a
PlayStation
tip
Plus? Oh,
because it's
shit.
gonna happen.
Really? Kagome says it's on PlayStation Plus Premium. If that's the case, I don't even have to
Pay for it.
I don't have to buy it. We just do it streamed. I guess we could test it 'cause it might be bad. We haven't tested it.
Yeah, it
I'd
might
be okay with
horrible.
that.
Who knows?
I'm not saying I would commit to playing both games, but I would definitely try to play one and see if it works out as a playthrough, as an experiment. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'll play the free one.
B-Boy Cyclone says, I would give you $10 if you do Saints Row 1. Okay, I've never played part 1, ever. I've only played part 2, and I only played it the once in 2008, and I never did a full playthrough of it. So, yeah.
Okay, just move on. Next subject, please.
Careful
You're
for the
literally
music on the
boring
old
me,
games.
man.
I guess we'd have to see, is it licensed music? Do I have to turn it off? I guess we have to figure it out, right?
Probably is. The fucking old days. Like when they had good music.
Yeah, I don't know. How about this? And this is not a commitment. Let's do a quick flash poll, okay? Why not? We got a lot of people here on the stream today. We have over 400 people, which, hello everyone, thanks for being here. I'm sure a lot of you probably are from troll channels or whatever, but you're being respectful, so I'm not going to complain. Thanks for being here. So, which Saints
troll
Row
channels,
game
how you doing?
should Phil
Actually,
play instead
wait, that could be the Hey Troll channels, how you doing?
over 400 people, which, hello everyone, thanks for being here. I'm sure a lot of you probably are from troll channels or whatever, but you're being respectful, so I'm not going to complain. Thanks for, I'm sure a lot.
It's not as memey as Hey Troll channels, how you doing? I kind of guess I could clip that. I can clip that. It'll be fine. There.
A lot of people here on the stream today. We have over 400 people, which, hello everyone, thanks for being here. I'm sure a lot of you probably are from troll channels or whatever, but you're being respectful, so I'm not going to complain. Thanks for being here. Hello everyone, thanks for being here. I'm sure a lot of you probably are from troll channels or whatever, but you're being respectful, so I'm not going to complain. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's not as good as
Hey troll channels, how you doing?
like that one is a classic. You can't get rid of that one.
Game Pass. It's called Midnight Fight Express. All right, and it is a independent game from a one-man game dev. It actually looked interesting to me when they previewed this a couple months ago during Summer Games Fest, and I was like, "Hey, it's on Game Pass tomorrow.
Hey, it's free.
Why don't we just give it a shot and
Let's
see
play
what it is? And if it's good, great. And if not, we don't ever have to play it again." And I was thinking, let's schedule it as a night stream this week. Like, what I was thinking is tomorrow we'll do multiverses, but then maybe we'll do it as Wednesday night's late stream.
He really has nothing going on. People ask me,
and if it ends up being good, great. And if not, we never.
People have been asking me to like restream him more and shit, and like cover his shenanigans and stuff. And this is the reason why I don't want to cover his shenanigans. Every single game he is playing, it's just absolute fucking dog shit. Like, it doesn't even interest me. I'd have been close.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the game release schedule for the rest of August and the entirety of the month of September. You ready for this?
Yeah, sure.
Here we go.
All right, Phil.
Tomorrow is Saints Row and Midnight Fight Express. Friday, the 26th of August, Pac-Man World Repack, which I'm interested in. You guys have told me Pac-Man World's a good game. I'd be interested in checking out this remake of the game for modern consoles. Okay? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cowabunga Collection, that's coming out on August 30th. And what I told you guys I want to do, I don't want to play it on the 30th. I want to save it for that weekend. And on that weekend, which would be Saturday, September 3rd, I want to do a marathon of it.
Pizza
party.
Party.
All day long.
Pizza, pizza, pizza.
Games, the NES version, the arcade games, the fighting game, do some online components, and do a live pizza party where I'll order pizza. I'll do kind of a Feasting with the King pizza edition. And then we'll actually have like food all day while I play the games together. I think that would be pretty cool.
We'll have food all day. Hey, big ups. Having food all day.
Clyde says, do we eat the pizza? Well, I would encourage my viewers, if you're home watching the marathon with me, to order your own pizza. And you can share with me what kind of pizza you got.
And tip me too.
Obviously, you'll be seeing what pizza I got.
Dude,
and you kind of
tip the driver for the pizza and then tip me for you getting the pizza.
Retro game. Retro game.
Double tips, dude.
Retro day.
Everybody's getting tips.
Cool, experience going down memory lane talking about Ninja Turtles all day. Because I was a huge fan of Ninja Turtles when I was a kid. Okay?
Wonder how long he thinks this is going to last.
What I might actually do
a mini
is
collection
prepare a little
games.
bit of the history of Ninja Turtles for you guys that we can go over during that day.
The history of Turtles!
Say, the action figures, the cartoons, but maybe other things like the movies.
What?
I'll tell you my opinion on all that. We could have like a
history
whole
of
segment where we
Turtles?
just talk the history
Oh,
of
wait
Ninja
a minute.
Turtles. I think that'd be pretty neat. Okay?
Okay, sure. Why not? History
Now,
of Turtles.
Let's continue. The same day that comes out, August 30th, which is a Tuesday, Destroy All Humans 2 Remake comes out. So that's a week from tomorrow, okay? I am going to play Destroy All Humans Remake as a new release. That will happen. Okay? Then, September 2nd is The Last of Us 1 Remake. All
Nope.
right, now, ladies and
Nope.
gentlemen,
He's not playing
allow
it.
me to be insanely
He's not playing it.
transparent with all of you.
Full screen.
All right.
Stupidity.
I do not support
Full
Naughty Dog,
screen.
Sony,
on
whoever, selling this game for $70. This is a ripoff by every definition of the term. The only exception
is the
should be if you've absolutely never played the
accessibility.
game before and
Accessibility
want
mode.
more modernized graphics
accessibility.
and slightly tweaked controls, or and
Accessibility.
this is a big if because this isn't
Accessibility.
necessarily a giant chunk of the customer base.
It's
If you are
accessibility.
looking for accessibility
Wow,
features,
I called
this
it.
version of the game
Wow,
will
wow,
actually have all the accessibility
wow.
now put into the first game.
Imagine that. I can call it. Holy crap. Holy crap.
This is awesome, but now I still can't get the first game. Now you'll be able to. So, if you're someone who's never played Last of Us 1 before and want the modern experience, or you need those accessibility
I can
features,
call it.
then I
So
think maybe
easy.
it's worth that price
It's
tag.
so easy.
Outside of it, I don't think it's worth it at all. I am not spending $70 on the Last of Us 1 remake. If someone wants to donate the game or fund it because you really
Have
want to
Super
see
Blind
me play
Man
it
fund
again,
it.
then I'd be
He'll
okay
give you
with
some money
playing
for
it.
it.
I personally have zero issues with the game. I actually thought it was Game of the Year when it came out. I thought that it had the best
It's
graphics that
basically a
year, the
rerun.
best story,
Yeah.
amazing gameplay elements. I loved the game. I would not mind
This
playing it
shit
again.
was so
There's
easy
nothing
to
wrong with
predict
Last of Us
because
1
this
game.
is already a
There's
rerun.
something wrong with
He's
that
already told us
$70
multiple times that he didn't want to play it. And the only reason why he's even talking about the accessibility shit is because Super Blind Man got angry at him because of all his weird tweets against Naughty Dog. It's like, oh, well, this isn't worth it. It's not worth it. It's like, I mean, it might be worth it to somebody. But they didn't do anything. Doesn't justify the price tag. Blah, 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 blah. They should give it for free. It's like, whatever.
Comes out in September 9th.
Whatever, Phil.
Yes, I will be playing
Want
Splatoon
everything for
3.
free.
In fact, my Nintendo
Splatoon 3!
Online membership just
Yo!
renewed. Oops, I forgot about that.
Hey!
Which is okay, because in a moment we're going to talk about. I am
$10
looking
bucks.
to do possibly
Well,
another
15
game off
bucks
that
for the auto
service.
renew. And we're playing
But
Splatoon
definitely I
3.
need
Let's
the online
fucking
component
go.
to keep
Yo,
Splatoon
I'm hyped.
away. So there you
Dingus.
go,
I
Splatoon
mean,
3,
yeah, Dingus
September
and
9th. Now,
myself. I don't know
one
who
of the
Dingus
major
is.
questions you guys have posed
Dingus
to
is a
me this
mysterious
year.
person.
Phil, are you playing
Oh, wait,
Call
hold
of
on.
Duty?
Nope.
Because last year,
Nope, that's already a no. It's already a no. I'm gonna spoil you right now. No, he's not gonna play it. He's not gonna play Call of Duty. But Dingus, wherever you are, I know you're listening to me from beyond the grave. You're over at work. You're doing something. I don't even know where you are. I don't know. I don't know who you are. But we sometimes collab. Dingus, I'm ready. We're gonna play some Splatoon 3, and I'm gonna get so mad.
I wasn't spending money on a game that felt terrible. Apparently, I made the right decision because when the game came out, everyone
Hey,
said
look at
it was
this.
the
Some guy
worst
named
modern,
Expand Dog is in
Call of
here.
Duty.
I don't know who that guy
Panned
is.
critically.
He sounds like some
People
weird
didn't
guy.
buy it as much as usual. It was still a bestseller and one of the best-selling games
He
of the
happens
year.
to be one of my
but very much
trusted
declined
associates.
in its overall sales that it usually gets.
He
year
does
after
mysterious
year.
stuff all the
All
time.
right?
I don't know who he is.
So, what I said was, if we play the beta of Modern Warfare 2 and I like it, then I'll get it. If I play it and it's shit just like Vanguard was, then I'll take a shit and not play the game. Okay? So, in regards to Modern Warfare 2, its beta comes out for the PlayStation.
No, it's a different Expand Dog.
September
It's
18th. That's
this
the
one has
open beta.
a special
Now, there's
character
the
you can't see.
Exclusive.
He liked Expand Dog
You
so
got
much he copied
invited
his name.
Special beta
Obviously.
that some people get access to. Don't ask me how they get access to it, but sometimes people get codes for that and send it to me and say, hey, Phil, do you want to play the beta early? Here you go. If that happens, I'll play it a little early, but let's see what happens. If not, the absolute earliest I can play it if I don't get a code is September 18th, and that's on PlayStation 5. 1 week later, on September 24th, it goes open beta for Xbox Series of consoles. So what my plans are, I will play the beta 1 or 2 sessions on the PlayStation 5, and then the next week I'll
What
play
a
the beta.
dipshit. I don't
1 or
see
2
why he's
sessions
gonna
on
play
the
it.
Xbox.
He's just
I
gonna
will
get his ass
directly
beat.
compare them. Does the game seem to play better
That
on
was
an
a good
Xbox
T-pose.
controller or on the PlayStation 5 controller? Do they perform differently on the consoles? Did the connection seem different on the consoles? I will make that direct judgment because there's 2 different betas for it, okay?
Okay, great.
And then, after having played it several times, all right, I will now make my decision. Do I want to purchase it or not?
No.
So September.
You
there's gonna
said
be like
you were
2 whole weeks
fucking
where we're gonna
boycotting this
see
shit.
Modern Warfare 2 being played.
And now
on
we're
and off
thinking
on my
about
channel,
playing it
where I'm
again.
trying to make these decisions.
Get out of here. Yeah, I know it's Yakuza
Okay.
videos back.
Okay, cool. And that's it.
Q&A.
Again, let me recap September.
Oh
all right?
my God,
Excuse me.
no.
Last of Us 1 remake September 2nd.
Talking about it
Splatoon 3,
again.
September 9th. Modern Warfare 2 open beta on PS5
Yeah, beta
September
gifts
18th.
or Game Pass.
Open beta
Nothing
on Xbox
else.
Series X September 24th. That's the month. Yikes. That's terrible. This is supposed to be the month where all the hot new releases start coming out. This is supposed to be the beginning of the hardcore gaming season.
You said that last
There's
month.
like nothing happening in September. It's dead.
You
What
said that
happened?
last month,
I
and
have
the
no
month
clue.
before that, and the month before that, and the month
Usually
before
we are
that.
so busy, non-stop, game. There's nothing.
It's gonna play Elden
So,
Ring eventually.
This will give me opportunity to possibly do other stuff. Okay.
What other stuff? Xenoblade? Is Xenoblade finally
so-
gonna happen?
If we wanted to play Saints Row 1 and 2, if I wanted to do another RPG, which is
Are we gonna play Klonoa?
All right. I feel we do have time for one more RPG before the summer.
Xenoblade,
slash
Xenoblade,
downtime
Xenoblade,
ends, because
Xenoblade,
Now we have September.
Xenoblade,
And a
Xenoblade,
lot of people
Xenoblade.
have been talking about what they want to see. We have some
Xenoblade?
people who've been asking for insanely lengthy games.
Xenoblade.
Can you play Xenoblade Chronicles 3 that at a minimum
Do
is
it.
80 hours long?
Do it.
Or if you do everything, 140 hours.
Do it.
No.
No.
I don't have enough time to play that game before all the hot new releases actually start coming out in October. Because in a moment we're going to get to October.
Ambrose, we lost.
October's insane.
Balding and seething.
Okay. What about what was the other one? Like a Fallout game. Would you play
What?
Fallout 4?
No.
Would you play Fallout 3?
No.
We already did a
Oh,
6-month-long
jeez.
Skyrim
Oh,
playthrough
thank
earlier
God.
this year. I would prefer to hold off on playing another Bethesda
worried
game
there for a
until
second.
we get to a point where there's not going to be
Actually
other releases
worried.
hindering it, i.e. maybe like December, January, then we could start up something like that. For now, I definitely don't want to do something like that, all right?
All right, what are
For
we doing?
me, I would like to maybe do something more retro to end my whole retro pattern
Earthbound or
this summer.
Chrono Trigger.
And
Yep,
when
yep,
I
yep.
beat
Jasper Kitty's
Final
right.
Fantasy VII yesterday.
Jasper Kitty's
there was
right.
an overwhelming consensus
Yep.
of people on the stream who wanted to see me play Earthbound. Earthbound is one of the most lauded, applauded, and well-reviewed
It's been
RPGs of the S.
He has been begging. He has been begging his fans to like hint, please pick Earthbound. I need you to support Earthbound. He has been talking about wanting to play Chrono Trigger and Earthbound for 3 fucking years. We've been doing this shit on and off. We're gonna have the retro summer. Retro summer's coming back. It's here. We could have played Earthbound. We had so many lame games we've been playing now. We don't even need Sunday Night Bites. You could have been playing fucking Earthbound. At least then something's happening. Instead, we chose to play fucking fishing game where we have like the beg to see whether or not some tackle is gonna go up on our fucking hat or something. It's all so ridiculous. But he's been asking for this for years. He could have just done it at this point. And now we're finally doing it. Oh my, whatever. I guess people are happy,
You
maybe.
give the banana to the dancing Chiquita lady and she gives you a beach ball. You go to the beach.
Wait,
At
what?
the beach, 2 dudes are playing fucking volleyball and one of them drops his cell phone. You pick up the cell phone to call the police. The police show up and arrest the criminal that's blocking the door to the next dungeon. That's the kind of shit in Earthbound that you have to do sometimes. It's that complicated.
Okay, big ups
Okay.
Chiquita Banana. That was a weird time to unmute.
So, I feel like with an interactive audience, that would be a lot more better, a lot more fun than me
Big ups
doing
a
it
lot
like I
more
did,
better.
you know, a decade ago. I think what happened was a decade ago, I just started direct capture live streaming, and people didn't understand why I was doing retro games all summer.
Defense
now,
mode
having an
activated.
interactive audience to share these cool retro throwback experiences with is much better. Final Fantasy VII, oh my god. It was such a cool experience playing Final Fantasy VII with you guys because I'd only played it by myself. I wanted to play it in the modern era. You guys explained mechanics to me I didn't know about the game and plot points that I never kind of understood. And because of that, I like the game a lot more now. I still don't think it's the best Final Fantasy. Mechanics to me I didn't know about the game and plot points that I never kind of understood about the game and plot points that I never kind of understood about the game and plot points that I never kind of understood. the game and plot points that I never kind of understood. The game and plot points that I never kind of understood. And because of that,
I don't know
like
why
a
it's
lot more now.
hilarious
I
to me.
still
I'm
don't think it's
just, I'm
the
getting a
best
good
Final Fantasy.
chuckle out of
I
it.
still think 4 and 6 are better, but I actually like Final Fantasy 7 now. I can say that. I like Final Fantasy 7. Holy shit. So anyway, I'm strongly considering Earthbound. Not only would it make sense for this is what the audience wanted when I beat Final Fantasy 7, but also I just auto-renewed my Nintendo Online, and it's on that service. So it kind of goes hand in hand, right? By the way, it's not a super lengthy game. I think it's about, I would be like 30 to 40 hours tops. And by the way, there's really no side content to be speaking of, right? It's basically you just go through dungeons, solve puzzles. It's pretty straightforward in what you do in the game. It's not like Final Fantasy 7 where you option 20 hours of grinding. There's nothing like that in it. It's more basic of a game. Oh, excuse me. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, all right? So if you, and by the way, the poll has run. 53% of people want Saints Row 1. That's close. That's pretty darn close. 51, all right? Or 53, excuse me. So I guess what we'll do, let's talk about it today. I'll keep mentioning it on my streams. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll.
Yeah, he had been shitting on FF7 back in the day.
And I think tomorrow, I think we should play a Saints Row game, just not the new one. Since the new one sucks ass. I'm thinking we either do Saints Row 1 or 2.
He's going to do Saints Row 1
and we'll talk
he
about
knows
it today,
it's
and let's
free.
make that determination today.
I don't
what
even
you guys
know why
wanna
he's
see
pretending.
tomorrow.
It's going to be
Okay?
Saints Row 1.
We'll start up with that. And it's $10. Either one's $10. I have the disc of 2. So if you guys choose 2, it's free essentially. I think it does the disc work on the Series X? I think it does, right? Or if you don't want that, will you do Saints Row 1 for $10? Yes, I'm willing to drop $10 on Saints Row 1. That's no big deal. That's a no-brainer. Okay? So I think we'll start that tomorrow. Okay? But we also have to determine what else do I want to do for kind of a chill RPG to balance with everything else. And I'm thinking maybe Earthbound could be that game. All right? Now, I know some people are going to say, well, having an Echo generation. It's still a possibility. Don't worry. I still got Game Pass. We can still play that, but I think Earthbound makes sense. Now it looks like we're going to have time for it. I think that we should do that.
Didn't have time for it earlier. Now we have time for it. Dang.
Ryan Wilson says the disc would work on the Series X, so if I'm going to play Saints Row 2, I don't have to spend anything. Cool. I think I could pre-install it too, right? At least you used to be able to do that on the 360.
Just
you could install
move
the game
on to the
console,
next thing. Come on, man. You're literally boring me to tears.
I think so.
Get to the next thing. We really waste time
anyway,
in these podcasts.
The last segment that I like to do before we get to shout-outs, I want to go through the game schedule for October.
What?
Because I just read you September.
Wait.
September's freaking dead.
We're doing another
September's
schedule.
really dead right now. There's nothing going on in September. Here's October.
Wait.
October 4th.
Wait,
Overwatch
what?
2. Just for curiosity purposes, I want to check this game out. If you
We're
remember,
doing
I played a
another
lot of Overwatch
schedule.
1 back when it came out in 2016. I thought it was a very good game. I enjoyed playing it for almost a year on and off. I played it. It was in my rotation as a multiplayer game, and I enjoyed it. And then I basically kind of fell off and didn't play it anymore.
Just say you'll play it a little bit and you'll go
so
away.
That being said, all right,
I love that podcast.
I'm excited.
Excited.
To be jumping back into Overwatch
Twitter.
and see what they're doing with the sequel. I don't know what they're doing with the sequel. All right, I don't.
Hasn't looked up any of the betas.
I think apparently it's supposed to play more like Overwatch 1, just have updates. Okay, so if that's the case, great, I guess. You know, I don't really know. But I guess we'll find out. That's October 4th. Definitely, I'm going to give it a shot, and we're going to see. Okay. Then moving on. There's nothing going on until the middle of the month.
What?
October
it's like a week.
Okay,
a week.
Requiem comes out, which yes, I'm absolutely, definitely invested in that one. I
he
love
will
the
play
original
it.
Plague Tale. What was that? Plague Tale Innocence, whatever it was called. I loved that one. I thought it was an outstanding game, and I actually cannot wait to play the new one. I think it's actually going to be quite good. If they've really improved upon the formula of the first, I think this is going to be an insanely good game. The same day, Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed comes out. What is Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed? Well, it's a 4-player, 4v1 style game like Dead by Daylight. Oh, no. You mean like Evil Dead?
Pass.
You mean like Friday the 13th?
Pass.
Yes.
He's not going to play
doing
it.
it again. They haven't figured out this formula's been done to fucking death, and it's not going to have any longevity. To give you some perspective here.
Oh my
Evil
God.
Dead came out in...
I don't want to hear the perspective. I really don't. This is such a worthless segment. I don't need to hear the history segment of a game that he basically didn't play. It's such a nothing. Like, all of this is a nothing. You can just tell us, here are the games I'm looking to play. It could have been like a 2-minute segment. What does it even matter? Because he could go back on them like he did for fucking Saints Row if the reviews come out and they're middling or bad. So maybe he'll play it, maybe he won't. Dead by Daylight is still big, and so he's lying. It is still big, and I'm not saying that it's not a good game. What I'm saying is it's not a Phil game. Phil is going to easily give up on these games after like a certain amount of time, and he's just not going to want to play them. So there's no point about talking about them. He hates these kind of games.
Spirits Unleashed, because it's the same fucking game again. Unless something convinces me otherwise, okay? October 20th, Mario plus Rabbids Spark. As much as I like Ghostbusters,
what was this one?
Likely I'm not going to be getting Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed because it was Mario plus Rabbids many years ago. It was an XCOM style strategy based game that I played on the Wii U.
Yeah, any multiplayer that requires cooperation is out. It's just not going to happen.
I remember really liking it, but I also remember that my audience was completely split.
They hated it.
Liked it and would tune into the streams, and half my audience hated it.
They hated it, Phil.
This is not the style of game we're looking for. Okay, I played it in its entirety. It took a long time. If I remember, I think it was like a 30 to 40 hour playthrough.
No, it wasn't Dead by Daylight, was it? It was
So, will I play it again?
I can't even remember anymore.
I'm
interested. I thought it was a Friday the 13th.
But I'm not sold.
Yeah, it was a Friday the 13th.
Game you guys are going to want to see in October. What I mean by that
Dead by
is
Daylight
the other games coming out. October 21st, Scorn. October 25th, Gotham Knights. October 28th, the Resident Evil 8 expansion DLC and Resident Evil Reverse. So both a single player and a multiplayer component. October 28th, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. October 28th, Bayonetta 3. Admittedly, I'm probably skipping that one.
What?
But also,
wait.
As you know, around the end of October, I like doing Halloween-themed stuff.
Why are we skipping Bayonetta?
Some of the things I'm interested in doing.
Are you kidding me?
A Halloween gaming marathon, whether it's horror games or variety or both, you would decide.
Oh,
but
get
I dress
out
up in
of
costume
here.
and do all kinds
Lame.
of fun festivities.
Boo.
But also, this year I started doing expansion content. I started doing React content as a way to expand the stuff that I'm doing on YouTube. You guys demanded that I start doing more variety rather than just gameplay. And one of the things that I actually reacted to was a YouTube channel called Rob Gavigan. This guy does macabre countdowns, stories of horror, but also stories of weird oddities, stories of murder, and documentaries about that kind of stuff. You guys really enjoyed that marathon that I did. It was something completely different and outside of my normal comfort zone. But you guys definitely expressed interest.
Am I saying
really
boo or
it,
booba?
And you'd like to see me do more stuff like that.
You know what? Maybe booba.
After I did that marathon, Rob himself reached out to me, said he watched it and liked it, and would like to actually do kind of a curated list of videos that are horror themed for Halloween. Would I be interested? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
so
sure.
I'm gonna reach out to him probably in the next month or so, see how he's doing, and see if he wants to get that together. And then we're probably gonna do a React marathon style event right around Halloween of that as well. So we have a lot of Halloween themed content that's going to be out this year. We have multiple horror. Oh, by the way, even though there's no set date yet, strong chance that the Dark Pictures Anthology's next game is also coming out around Halloween because they have for the last 2 years.
Great. I don't really care.
So, yeah, there's a lot going on. October will be awesome. I really strongly
more
feel
Nintendo games
be an
getting
awesome
salted
month here on DSP Gaming. But we got to get there. Okay.
And bros are crying. I would have loved to restream
that's a ton of stuff coming out, right?
That's something I would love to see.
So let's decide today. Tomorrow, should I play Saints Row 1 or 2? And we'll have a fun retro playthrough.
And we're recapping what we're recapping.
From the history of Saints
We're
Row,
recapping a recap.
The modern reboot that's a piece of dog shit. Excuse me, donkey shit. I called it donkey shit. We gotta stay with the meme here. We gotta stay with the running pattern. It's donkey shit, right? And let's talk about, should I start up Earthbound? Should I try out this indie game, Midnight Fight Express? Let's balance all that with this other stuff I'm doing this week, okay? And then, of course, there's a discussion about Madden. Is Madden going to be the only game I play 10 hours?
How he
you guys
leans
like it
in.
enough,
He's
and
like,
will it get
Madden.
support? I'll be honest. If Madden
We
continues
lean
to
in.
get views
Madden.
and support, I'll buy it. But I'm not sold it's going to. I really feel like after 2-3 streams, you guys are going to get tired.
Give me some money.
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's typically what happens.
Give me
with
more
sports games.
money,
So
and
I
I'll
guess let's see
consider
what happens
it.
over the next 2 to 3 sessions today, and another session of Madden, and see what happens. Again, if we hit the tips goal today, instead of a vest, you get to choose a football jersey for me to wear. Something special for Madden. So let's see how it goes today.
So cool.
Okay?
Can't wait.
All right, guys. That pretty much covers everything. I'm going to do shout-outs. However, one final thing. There's just over a week left in the month of August. As you can see, we have pretty much made zero progress with memberships this month. We go up, we go down, we go up, we go down, we go up, we go down.
What gave that away?
It is. It's
what
my
it is?
fault. I blame myself. Earlier this month,
I gave away
really
too much shit
financially because of issues that were going on.
You gave away too much free shit.
I kept asking you guys for help with tips specifically. You guys definitely helped me with tips specifically, and now we're in the situation where memberships have plummeted.
We're not in the situation. You're in that.
All right, people might have become members and gifted memberships if I wasn't harping on tips. It's my fault. If you would like to help this channel in the long term, and you'd like to see a fun Rageathon celebration event happen
get
in
out of
September,
here. Screw Rageathon. It's boring.
or consider gifting
Legit
memberships
boring.
to the channel. You get tons of benefits, including
There's no rage in the
highlighted name in
Rageathon.
chat, a chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter. You get access to all of my emotes. You get priority when it comes to special events. For example, if the Rageathon happens, members will have the ability to nominate and vote on a game for themselves that will already be in the event and bypass the open nominations process. You basically get super priority when it comes to power.
What does
for
it
these
matter
special
about,
events, okay?
dude? What does it matter about super priority if the priority, the super priority access is to an event that nobody wants to go to and see? It doesn't matter what games you put on there; they're all equally lame because he's not going to rage at anything. He's not invested with anything. You want him to rage at something? Make him play Divinity Original Sin 2 again. Tell him he has to finish it. Then you'll get some true rage. That's the only time you're gonna get true rage from this guy.
Please consider supporting the channel with memberships. All right. I'm excited for a Rageathon. We haven't done one of these in many years. I'd be curious to see what kind of games you guys would nominate and vote for that would be rage-inducing for a marathon event that would take place in September during that very dead month for game releases. Okay? Shout-outs. Let's do it. We start off with Bookworm, who re-upped his membership. Thank you so much, Bookworm, for re-upping your membership today to the channel. Your boy Lem re-upped his membership for 14 months and said, at the super supporter level, by the way. Thank you so much. He says, what's up, Phil? Hope you're doing well. Thank you, your boy Lem. And Parzival became a channel member.
Yeah, and that one in 2020 sucked.
Did we actually go up in members?
It sucked, but
we might have
it
actually
wasn't
gained
worth
a couple
it.
there. I'm not sure. Let's just double check and see what it says here.
And before it went down.
You have been permanently banned from the YouTube partner program. Just kidding. I just wanted to get the trolls get a little bit of a stiffy there, and then, oh no, boo!
We know you're joking, dumb.
Let's take a look here.
We see the shit before you do.
548 members.
Wow. Let me give you a slow clap.
548.
Don't worry, eventually you get it.
Sometimes I am. So there you go. Appreciate the support. Okay, so no super chats. It was just memberships. Okay, so no one goes on the leaderboard as of yet. Cool. On the tip side of things today, we start off with a $3 tip from Supreme God, who says, Madden Hype. Thank you to Supreme God for the $3 tip. Then there's a $10 tip from Tarantula MS. That is the biggest tip so far, so let's get that on the leaderboard.
Gonna lose over 100 tomorrow? Oh, jeez.
Thank you, Tarantula.
I hate to see when that happens. He'll probably lose like 50. But...
Tarantula says the following. Hey, Phil, I just started watching The Boys on Amazon. So far, I think the show's pretty good. I finally beat the shitty boss in Lightning Returns. Oh, the final boss that everyone hates, including me. Gotcha. More props, more power to you, man. I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't do it. Yeah. And then an anonymous tipper tipped me $1.50 and says the following.
All right, what is
you hear the new Tales from the Borderlands game will be revealed at Gamescom tomorrow. I heard a lot of things is happening at Gamescom tomorrow. Essentially, Gamescom is kind of a E3 light because E3 didn't happen this year. I'm not going to be doing a live react to it. I kind of decided against that, but I'm absolutely sure as we're playing a Saints Row game tomorrow, there will be a determining factor. Like people will be like, "Oh, Phil, did you know this is happening?" We'll probably end up talking about it as I play Saints Row, which I'm okay with. You know, I'm totally okay with that. So. We'll discuss all this stuff tomorrow. You guys
part of your
business,
man. I think you should care about the game.
More in depth about these on the podcast for Wednesday. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Sip, sip. Delicious.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Q&A.
that's shout outs. So guys, we have a little bit of extra time. If anyone has any questions to toss my way, Q&A wise, by all means, please do. Now would be a good opportunity to just mention, if you would like to support DSP Gaming outside of any kind of financial stuff, you can always like the stream if you're here live watching. If you watch my podcast on demand, liking the podcast on YouTube helps. Leaving comments on the podcast. I mean, we talked about a lot of stuff today. I'd like your input. Would you like Saints Row 1 and 2? Do you think I should get Madden? Do you think that I should play Earthbound or another game? Would you like to see me play Midnight Fight Express? There's a ton of opportunity for you to give me feedback. Please do. And thank you in advance to anyone who does.
All right, thank you in advance. Appreciate it in advance.
Expand Dong says Sparks of Hope is completely changing XCOM style gameplay. It no longer plays like XCOM. Bowser is playable. They're adding Mario enemies to fight instead of just rabbit enemies. So you're basically saying Sparks of Hope, they redesigned the game from the ground up. Interesting. If that's the case, I'm actually more leaning toward playing it then. Thank you for that, Expand Dong. How's the working out going? Going pretty well, Michael Jefferson. I just did it yesterday. I actually walked for about what I'm trying to do now, all right, because I don't have
Thank you
enough
for saving that.
To extend
Danny, shut up.
My workouts.
Danny, retract your message.
What I'm doing is I'm trying to do more in less time. So
Jester, shut up. Everybody shut up.
At this point, it's jog, basically.
It's somebody else. It's a different Expand Dog. It's not the one you're thinking of.
I'm trying to do it in a shorter time period. So I used to walk for a half an hour. Now I'm trying to do it in like 22, 25 minutes, meaning I'm walking faster and burning, more calories while I do it. So, that's kind of what I'm doing. But I just did it yesterday. Yesterday was my workout.
That way you can't see it for a second.
I did not see the teaser for the Last of Us HBO series. Chromobus wants me to play Hollow Knight. Have I ever had to use a fire extinguisher before? Yes, I have.
All right, kind of.
It's messy as shit.
Kind of?
It's not a pleasant experience.
No, it's not gonna. It's not gonna fucking skip. Quick, everybody, type 1 in chat. Everybody, type 1 in chat. Just type 1 in chat. That's all you gotta do.
I could make
just type
time
1
to do more workouts like resistance training or weightlifting.
I'm probably doing it. I'm gonna trust you.
I'm hoping that eventually I will get into a situation where I can maybe reschedule my days.
There we go. All right, good.
Maybe I will be able to do stuff like that. Maybe I'll alter.
All right,
one day
everything's safe.
One day I do like resistance weight training, but right now I'm doing as much as I can.
All right.
Paulo says play whichever Saints Row is free or cheaper. Don't buy the full version of Madden. Play Earthbound next.
Shut up.
That's my opinion.
Well,
Saints Row 2 would be free. I have the disc. Saints Row 1 is $10. To me, that's nothing. Really, that's nothing. To me, it's like equal.
Yeah, he's not playing the new Saints Row.
What are my thoughts on the Wukong game? It looks good. I think you should play Cult
of
the Lamb.
AJ's here. He's been hanging out here.
It's a memeable fad game. I have no interest in it.
He's doing Earthbound. That's definitely happening.
Okay. Jay says, I've never watched Saints Row. I don't care about Saints Row 1 or 2. I have a dairy allergy, so I can't eat pizza. That sucks. Oh man.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, Jade.
Well,
when we do
anyway.
the pizza party, he can't have pizza with me. That sucks. Well, if you can't eat pizza, when we do the marathon, which looks like it's September 3rd, let me confirm that. I think it's September 3rd is the date.
Oh man, we are really stalling for time here.
When we do the Ninja Turtles marathon on September 3rd, I will urge you get something else, some kind of alternative munchy food. Maybe get some, snacks or something, while we chill and we play Ninja Turtles together.
You can get pizza without cheese. That exists. It's not a requirement.
Drawing things as elastic bands for working out is really all you need to build a good physique. Both looks and strength. No need for a gym. You can do that at home. Oh, I would not go to a gym. But you could get some free weights. I know you could get free weights pretty, not super expensive. And you can just do curls.
I don't know if Jade is a wheelchair. It's kind of hard to tell.
Bench press on your back with those. There's different things you could do with free weights. So if I were to get weights,
because they love the tits, okay, Doomer. They really love the tits.
I'm pretty sure I did play Salt and Sanctuary at one point.
John might be there.
Had asked me to play
John's always lurking though.
It's been so long, I can't remember what it is. No, I am not training for a YouTube boxing match. I am just trying to get in better shape. Since I started my walks, and now I guess we'd call them jogs, I lost weight.
Calling it weight loss. You know what?
I probably lost.
I would love for him.
Pounds.
I'd love for him to call it his weight loss journey. If he did that, I think I would be done.
Used to be.
I want him to call it the weight loss journey. Just say that. I want him to be Amber Lynn.
For a shock. Oh, did free weights go up in price? Oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. I'm being told that free weights are like expensive now. Fuck. No, I'm definitely not going to. I'm definitely not going to be getting a stare exercise machine to do on streams.
Yeah.
Dead Dreams did a super chat thinking they're insulting me, saying, "You're a riot, Phil. Duty for the win. Broken balding." So you like duty?
He knows who it is. Call of Duty.
You play with your duty all day for all I care. Broke and balding. I'm not broke.
You keep saying you are.
I guess you can argue I'm balding, but I'm pretty much balding at the same level I always have been. I never actually had a good hairline or good hair.
Right.
I do have a spot back here.
A bad
it's
spot.
It's not really like increasing. It's funny because when
increasing,
I say, you know, how's it look? Like it's the same. It's been the same for like 7 years. It hasn't changed. It's just kind of.
You need a new dresser. A new hairdresser, Phil. Go get you one of those.
Thanks for the super chat. You paid me. I appreciate that. I don't know how I was supposed to respond. You like to play with your own duty, and you said generalized negative comment.
This is why I'm kind of on the fence with how the Wings trolls are going to be coming over, because you're going to start seeing more of that. Unironic shit that's like, hey, yeah, I'm like part of that, and we're going to say duty, but it's like, yeah, as it relates to Call of Duty. That's what it is, and he knows it too.
Don't forget to take creatine for maximum gains. When I was younger, they didn't have creatine. It was just that protein whey powder shit. And it tasted terrible. They had flavors, and all the flavors tasted like shit. And I did take it, and I actually buffed up a bit taking that stuff when I used to weightlift. But a very long time. I'm sure now they probably have a million different things that are over the counter. Like you said, creatine. They probably have a million things if you wanted to buff up. Derek just had pizza, pepperoni, crispy ham, and little beef meatballs. Damn, that's a lot of meat. I probably couldn't eat that. Maybe one kind of meat is maximum for me. I can't have 3, especially at my age.
I can only handle one meat.
Trainer, I'm sure he knows a fuck lot more about fitness than I do. He'd probably be able to train me well. I wouldn't be able to afford him as a trainer, but he'd probably be a good trainer. Do I find running easier with muscle memory? Yes.
I haven't started
when I first started my walks, because it wasn't jogging at first, it was just walks, my legs would get very sore and tired. And then after doing it for, I'd say, about 2 weeks, they still got sore, but it wasn't necessarily tired anymore. And then after a while, you start to feel what's called a burn that actually feels good. You get used to feeling that feeling, and you actually like it. And then you just get used to the point where it's not a big deal anymore. Alexander says, having played the demos for both Midnight Fight Express and Cold of the Lamb,
I have no idea what will happen with the farms page, to be honest.
Cold of the Lamb is a game you have to buy, while Midnight Fight Express is free.
Wow.
Email says Saints Row 1 and 2 stories are tied together. If you play 2 first, you're not going to understand. I did. For clarification purposes, I did play Saints Row 2 in 2008, and I did not understand a lot of the plot because I hadn't played 1. I was just kind of making big assumptions and just going with the roll.
I'm really so glad that walking translates to that.
So I know
that's pretty good.
Completely agree
you can just see walking.
Right. That would happen. So
we all love
Saints
walking.
Row 1, 2, 3, and 4.
We love our walks.
Plus, says Kagome. If that's the case, maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe tomorrow we'll jump on PlayStation Plus Premium and we'll play Saints Row 1. I can't confirm that right now because we're doing Xbox, so I can't jump on my PlayStation here.
Yeah, Escape is
Can I
pretty
dunk
good.
A basketball? No, it wouldn't fit in my cup. I wouldn't be able to get it in the milk.
Wow. What a dad joke. I feel so great now after hearing that.
Play Dark Cloud. Nah, if I'm going to do an RPG, it's going to be Earthbound. It's definitely going to be Earthbound. I don't want to be going into more PS1, PS2 era games. I want to play. I've been trying to play Earthbound.
I've been craving.
Final Fantasy VII took over.
Been craving it.
It looks like we have time for Earthbound, so I think that's what we want to do. When exactly? I'm not sure yet.
We done? You got 1 minute till clock in time.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a poop. I feel like we're gonna take a bathroom break.
Would I ever consider rating the games I play? I was right about Stray being big.
Nope.
I mean.
Nope.
Honestly,
top 10 will happen at the end or the beginning of the year.
YouTube. YouTube essentially destroying on-demand videos. That's why I stopped. When I finish a game, generally, while the credits roll, I give you my final opinion on the game and let you know what I think. And at the end of the year, I do my Game of the Year awards and I give you my overall kind of rating. But no, I don't have any plans to start doing dedicated reviews again. I just don't see that there's a future in it when YouTube screwed me over years and years ago when I loved doing it. I was getting lots of views on it. People were liking the quality of the content I was putting out, and YouTube just crapped all over me, you know?
Should be something he's into, though. To be fair, he loves being crapped on. He's really fucking stretching
Maybe
this shit
I would play
out.
Dead by Daylight again in October, JH. Keep in mind, I do a Halloween marathon. Just saying.
All right,
I never
it's
played the
3:30.
original Earthbound, which is called Mother
Fucking
1,
time.
right?
It's
No, I never
12:30 your
played
time, Phil. Time to get to the game. All right, guys. No more questions.
Would I do reviews on The Last of Us show when it comes out?
Nope.
Diversify my content. I don't have HBO Max. I have no plans on getting it, so no. Can't do that. The Rock Solid just became a member. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, The Rock Solid. I'm going to act like that's new, even though I don't know if it is. I don't care. I'm going to act like that's a new membership because I feel like it. So we're 550
Wow.
members. I'm not even going to check. I'm just going to say that's a new member.
Man, he is desperate to inflate his membership.
Instead of Q&A, I should start doing On This Day in DSP Gaming, where I go back and do a quick rundown of an event or playthrough that happened during this day
Nope.
or week.
He doesn't remember
All right,
anything
you
in the
can figure that
past.
out. You can't search by date.
Yes, you
on
can.
YouTube. What you can do is order by date, but I'd have to go manually back through thousands and thousands of videos. So
Oh, do it. Love your
know
videos
if
and
that
your
would work.
content. It'll work. It'll work itself out. Come on. Come on. Wrap it up, man. Finish this up. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. I honestly don't care about the football. Football is going to be lame. We're all waiting
Eric,
for
all
the
the
bait.
intros and things that you see on
And
my
he's
streams are
ignoring
fan
any of
made.
the
That's
bait.
correct. I don't even have video
Like,
editing
literally.
software to do something any like that anymore. It's all the
There's-
fans, and I appreciate that very much that you guys contribute to the streams.
Wait,
support them the way
why
that you
is
do.
there... I'm not even going to ask. I'm not even going to ask. I saw who asked it,
guys.
and I'm not going to call it out.
I think it's time to end the
But
podcast. Thank you for
why did you
listening.
why
So,
did you make
to
your
end
account
what
that
we
way?
started with,
You
I
wanted
am
to
being
buy in
made
the
aware
clout.
of a concerted effort by my trolls to
Uh-huh.
try to hurt me in my business. They're apparently trying every avenue. All right. I don't
Uh-huh.
know if anything will negatively affect this channel whatsoever. I hope for the best and hope that the answer is no. Okay, but I can't guarantee that. If something negative happens here on DSP Gaming and for some reason I can't stream, I can't upload, I can't post to the community page, the place to go for an update on that is my Twitter account at They Call Me DSP. I already have some backup plans in place if something were to happen, and I will share that information with you when that happens. Hopefully it won't ever, and we can just have business as usual, no problems, right? So let's see what happens this week. I'm hoping for the best. I want to have a nice chill end of the summer with you, and I hope that we can do that. I'm going to do my best to just have business as usual, but I just want to preface everything there. That's what's going on. We're not doing Saints Row tomorrow, but instead we're going to either play Saints Row 1 or 2, because that makes sense to do the throwback originals that are much better than this reboot piece of dog shit. Okay? So let's see what we want to do over the next day. Fair enough?
Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
And the end of the podcast. I don't really want to hear the music for it because it's sped up. Okay, that was that. I really didn't expect a whole lot out of it, and we got a little bit of something, which was more than I was asking for. For those people who are wondering, yes, of course, the video is back up. I'm well aware that it's back up. Okay. He'll probably say something about it too. That'd be pretty funny. It doesn't negate
so let's
what
switch
might
over.
happen.
Let's get the camera set
It's
up.
the same
I'll
thing
take a
I've been
brief
saying
break to
that
use the
could
restroom,
happen
and
for
then
a
we'll
long
jump back
time.
into Madden, where likely I will suck for the entirety of the stream. I can't foresee myself doing any better in Madden. I don't know how I'm going to get any better when I don't play the game and don't really understand it. All right. Here we are. All right. I am going to briefly use the restroom.
Use the bathroom.
I urge you to do the same. Grab a drink or a snack. Use the restroom yourself. It'll only be a minute or two here. and then we're gonna start up with Madden again. And it's actually the real season we're starting now. Last time it was just preseason stuff. This time every game will count towards the regular season.
Yeah, I kind of zoned out
I'll be
too.
right back. Thank you guys. See you in just a sec.
It was very uneventful for the most part, except for that first part. It was pretty okay. But this is the thing in question. It was the original takedown, or at least it was a claim that this was hateful content, blah, 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 blah. And it looks like back up now. So now you can enjoy the in context, but now with a little flavor text, age restricted video. Which, I mean, I guess that's good. But it still opens up to all of the other parts that we highlighted earlier within the stream. If you want to know the spicy parts, you can actually check it out by rewinding the stream. There was once that one dude who said something about if you need an explanation, rewind the stream.
If you want an explanation, rewind the stream. I'm not going to explain myself again, man.
I think that's how he said it, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know.
And what did they get? Gugats. That's what they got.
Obviously.
So there you go. Could it happen again? Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, he has a treasure trove of videos where he just outright says all sorts of words. And the whole point that I made with the going over his past videos was to make a point that ESP really hasn't changed over the years. He says he's been playing a character. He used to play a character, but now he's not playing a character anymore. Something. He's been so much better now that he live streamed, that he's no longer this way. We showcase he is in fact this way from all these clips from literally this year. And it wasn't even showing him saying the N-word. It was just him making a poor joke, it turning out very, very badly, and being all the notes of sexism, racism, and homophobia. So there you go. But yeah, to be fair, no, all he wants is people to stop openly posting about how they're flagging stuff. They just won't get the picture. Yeah, they won't get the picture. And that shit might end up being closed down. But you know what? I don't fucking care. I honestly just don't fucking care, because it's all shenanigans no matter what. Like, I know that there's some people that have these weird, ridiculous boners that they want something done. And it's like, if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna fucking, I'm not gonna fucking brigade it. You do whatever the hell you fucking want. It's always happened this way. People will come into my chat. Oh, why don't you flag him for this and that? Well, do it. Just call everybody to do it. It's like, I'm not your fucking personal army, man. I'm just here to laugh at a dude. I literally just wanted to see, hey, was he going to react to this thing here? And you know what he did? He fucking reacted to it. So great. He reacted to it. He made a thing about it. It was like 15 minutes long, maybe 10 minutes long. He was worried, and now he's still worried. He probably doesn't know that this has been lifted. He'll probably check it out, that the email saying, hey, it's now age restricted because of what you said. You said some no-no words. And then he's still going to be worried what other things he's going to find. Because if that shit keeps happening over and over and over again, those strikes might actually stick. And it's going to be community guideline strikes. Those are kind of harder to dispute than a fucking copyright strike. And that's why he was trying to do the trolls are being malicious and whatnot. It's like, I don't even know who this dude is. I've never seen this guy. But apparently this was a big thing because he was trying to circulate it to people like Poem's Future. That's the only reason why we even know about it. So it is what it is. At least that's what a guy said once. But I'm basically done. I was wanting to just toss up a stream to do a filter, and this was like bonus mode. It was a bonus mode for me to kind of enjoy Phil being Phil and all that good shit. It gets limited or no ads on videos, he'll lose it. Yeah, that's the other thing too. If he gets struck too many times and he doesn't actually lose the ability to stream, but he loses the ability to make money via the advertising, and even possibly memberships, then he'll be pissed. But I mean, whatever happens. So that's all I got, man. Did anybody have any questions for me? We can do an open Q&A, you know? I know how much you guys like the Q&A. You keep telling me all the time, and we have questions for you, and you should answer them. Now's your chance. This is like a Q&A segment. We know how much we love those, right? Oh yeah, the night stream. I'll probably play something tonight. It won't be super long, because I'm not going to cover any of his night stream shenanigans. I'll probably do Xenoblade, maybe. Wait. Mysterious person. Do you know what you're supposed to be playing tonight? Because I totally don't remember what your schedule was. I haven't checked out. I didn't get a chance to check out your last stream. Or if I did, I fell asleep. I wrote Ichiban. No. Do I like bread? Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you love bread? Him losing ads would be infinitesimally more funny than him losing his channel. Absolutely. Because you know he would just be pissing himself the entire time. Fire Emblem today, Xenoblade tomorrow. Look at that. We already know it's Xenoblade tonight. 100% Xenoblade tonight. Can I ever trick you into playing Mortuary Assistant? I played it recently and the game is spooky as fuck. DM me the link to Steam and I might put it as a possible game that I'll play during October. So I'm probably going to take maybe 3 or 4 days off in October and do some spooky games. I'll try and make them long weekends. Next, Phil restream. According to his current schedule, there is nothing on the docket worth restreaming. If he was going to play Bayonetta, that probably would have been the game to bring me back and watch him. Even Pac-Man's not even worth it. I don't care enough about Pac-Man. No offense, I just don't care enough about Pac-Man. When are you going to ban Rydrake? Maybe one of these days. The game will kill Anne, probably. Fire Emblem today, okay. And never tried Godfield during the marathon. Why? I never tried a lot of things. How about Metrovania games? I could give them a shot. There's so many games I could give a shot on, but I'm right now my key focus is I need to finish off Amori, so I'll probably do Xenoblade tonight and Amori tomorrow. I'll make up a schedule really quick and post it up. I'll do it without anybody's feedback, but I'll probably do Xenoblade and then Amori and then some other random games. Let's start cycling stuff through. I want to finish out Amori, then start up. What is it? I want to start up Kingdom Hearts because I did promise a playthrough of that, and I want to finish out the Ace Combat game that I had because I was kind of like on one of the missions. I just got done with the hell was it? It was a big Stonehenge mission. That was pretty easy. Any JRPG games you want to play now that Dark Cloud 2 is done? Maybe an Atelier game, but one of the older ones, honestly. Okay, there you go. I see some people might care about Saints Row 1 and 2. Like, I've never played 1 or 2. I've only played a little bit of 3. And I remember playing through 4 and I just was like, I mean, this game was okay playing with a friend, but it wasn't that fun. Whenever you giving love to a cowboy, man, I gave it as hard as I could, or I can. If you need a Kingdom Hearts expert, I'm your guy. I played all of them. Don't worry, everybody's going to be yelling at me when I play it. I'm also going to be playing the PS2 version because I love playing old games on old consoles. It'll be nice and gritty. Check Shaman, the sexy cowboy if you need a good vomit. Maybe. Yo, Ace Combat sounds sick. Do that? Probably. Am I getting the new JoJo Fighter? People have asked me. I might get it if it goes on a discount, but I don't think I'm going to get it on a release. I think one of the other games that I need to try out, I think it's on Thursday or Wednesday, is the trial for the stupid mobile suit game, the Gundam thing. I can't remember what the hell it's called, but I gotta get that Gundam game. How long till Sock stream? Sock stream's not happening. 2's good. Sucks that 1 is rare. Ender Lilies is kind of short. Metrovania. You know what the game that I do want to continue, because I really did love Momodora, is I have some of the older ones that you could, the 2 that you could download and the one that you had to buy. I think it was 3, 1, 2, and 3, something like that. Yeah, SD Gundam Battle Alliance. I'm gonna get it on Switch. What Barty part will I reveal next? Don't get too cocky. Try the demo for Diofield Chronicle. I'm probably just gonna end up buying Diofield because I remember that was on my buy list anyway, so I'll just purchase it. I just need to get a physical copy. Surprised that you're not playing Final Mix for Kingdom Hearts. I could easily do it. I have multiple copies for these things. I'm gonna be an asshole and play it on the PS2 and just be like, hey, you remember this on the PS2? I do. Yeah. Anything else before I go ahead and shut this down? The old Momodora games are pretty good. They made some of the other new games as well. Yeah, there's like a prequel that's supposed to be coming out too. Explain the story of Kingdom Hearts to us, please. I can't. I don't even know a whole lot about Kingdom Hearts. Fucking Sora, Riku, and Kairi all get sucked up into a black hole and they go to different worlds. And Riku, I think, is a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy. He's a good guy, but he kind of acts like a bad guy. And Kairi is spirited away and something, and I don't know. And Sora is like, look at me, we're going on adventures with Dobbled and Gooby. So there you go. Have fun controlling the camera with the triggers. I know, right? Wild and buying games before testing. Phil just said you don't have any money left, dude. Bro, I have money to blow on games like that. Yes, I set aside a certain amount of money to blow on games like that. Honestly, I've been kind of, you know, I've been holding off on a lot of purchases. I did do a couple of pre-orders on PlayAsia though for some imports. That's good. He's not a bad guy. He just had to learn how to use darkness and protect his friends like Terra did. See, there you go. You better respect Kingdom Hearts or I'll send you to the Shadow Realms. Well, you better be ready to send me to the Shadow Realm. I just remember 1 being fun and 2 was okay. I just didn't finish it. I never played 3, so there you go. And I played one of the games to the DS. It was like the 352 something or another. 352.8 something, blah 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 blah. Will I play Kingdom Hearts 4 whenever it comes out? No. Make Goofy say fuck. Yeah, probably. All you need to do is know that Heartless have hearts and nobody has bodies. It was godlike. I summon Pot of Greed. Yeah, the 358/2. Whatever, that one. It allows me to draw 3 cards. Bet you didn't see this coming. I play Pot of Greed. Well, this guy's supposed to be here. I summoned Celtic Knight. Yeah, he said 3 for some reason instead of 2. He said 3 for some reason instead of 2. I'm almost positive in that clip, in that whole thing, in that bit he does, he says 3 instead of 2. I know Pot of Greed's supposed to be 2 cards. I swear to God he said 3. I'm gonna have to look it up again. I'm almost positive he did. It may be my memory. It's my what is it? My selective memory going off. And then I remember he plays Mirror Force. Well, you don't have any monsters on the field, so I attack and I win. Well, no, he's supposed to be here. I summon out Celtic Guardian, and I also play Mirror Force, which allows me to play Pot of Greed. He says 3. Yeah, see, I thought so. I thought he said 3. It actually draws 4, but it doesn't matter. It's still broken as shit. Even at 1 card, it's kind of broken with like no drawbacks. Because the way I understand it, like being able to fucking draw and burn cards. Well, actually, no, it would be really, really dumb to have it. Well, no, maybe not. Because if it draws 1 card, you could have some kind of effect that allows you to play it twice, so it'd probably be really, really good, even if it could only draw 1. You can't nerf something like Pot of Greed other than just get rid of it out of the game, which is kind of a shame, but it showcases how card draw and milling and shit is like really important in those kind of games. So is what it is, I suppose. Still with the Pot of Greed, yeah, he's always drawing additional money. It could kill you, yeah, it could mill you and kill you, but I think there are some people that love the card burn because, I mean, there's so many, like just one-hits and shit that you can set up. It's whatever. Upstart Goblin draws 1 and gives opponent 1,000 life points. I think it's limited to 1. Yeah, exactly. There's shit like that where it's like Upstart Goblin's like it's limited to 1. And like I didn't even play that much. I know stuff about that, just specifically about that. Okay, well, I am done. I don't really care about the fucking footballs and shit like that. He'll probably get, you know what? I'm predicting now. He's gonna get $100 and he's gonna wear a cowboy hat. It'll be pretty cool. And people will be happy. I don't know if anything else will come from this shenanigan. Probably, maybe, I don't know. We can assume that something might happen. But that's all I know. I don't know. I want to see if anybody responded. Back online. What did he break? AJ's heart. Blah blah blah. King of hate speech. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. And you know all this stuff. Which hopefully you don't go molding and seething. I guess. I don't know. Some people will be mad. Some people will be mad. All right, guys, you got one last chance to say something and it'll actually be on camera. Well, actually, no, I can put you in the other one. We can copy this. We can go to the end and we can paste this and we can make it visible. We can make it visible. Where the fuck is it? Is it not there? I actually don't know. Can I fit to screen? Oh my god, there it is. Jeez. Like I'm trying to find it. Actually, you know what? We can have it this big. Give the boo a shake. That ain't happening. It's already done, dude. We're out of here. We're ending the stream. This stream's over, guys. This is your last chance. I'm gonna kill off this stream in like fucking a day. If you miss the stream, you can catch it later. It'll be up for you to watch. It'll be available for the next 24 hours. And then after 24 hours, I will murder it. I will murder this like a newborn babe. And nothing you could do will ever stop me. Legend of Dragoon in Ban World? We played it the other day. What are you talking about? Is it in Ban World? Whatever. All right. There you go. I'll leave off with this. I can get a claim for this. It'll be pretty good. They'll make some money off this, maybe. All 3 pennies. But hopefully you got something out of this, and you didn't have high expectations, and you didn't cry about it, because crying about it would be lame, obviously. But we're gonna abort this baby. We're aborting it. Nothing you can do can stop me from aborting it. Yeah, we'll see you later, guys.